What the fuck is the date today? Sunday.
And we're live. I've already pushed the button. Gonzo told me to wait 20 seconds. But anyway, welcome to build up to a good game. It's Tottenham against West Ham United. Kick off 1 hour and 5 minutes away. Gonzo, what are you doing? Why are you not ready?
Well, I was ready. I just said, hold on. I was just checking. I was just checking a few things. It is. I was getting me dates and me fixtures all synchronized up. It's like a swan, you see, gliding across, but underneath there's all the screens popping up and all the data and everything I need to give a tactical insight into the upcoming game.
It's like Monday Night Football where you are then, is it, with all your bits and bobs?
Yes, Jeff. Oh no, that's not Jeff, is it? That's Jamie and the annoying one.
Yeah. Anyway, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thank you. Looking forward to it. You?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well, actually. I'm getting really excited. The closer it's got to kick-off, I find myself really looking forward to this one. I'll say it for the 100th time this week. It's a massive game for us. It really is a huge, huge game. A lot of people, this is sort of what everybody's thinking, fatigue's the worry. Is that something you go along with? Obviously, we had extra time on Thursday night.
I don't know how tired Jimmy is. I mean, he might be very fatigued. Have yourself a cup of coffee, Jimmy. Don't worry about it. No, look, there's this balance, isn't there? And we did a breakfast show this morning, and I was saying to Geo how I've encountered, a lot of Tottenham friends this week who are been saying to me, "Oh, we're sort of hoping that the West Ham going into extra time will give us an advantage." I was just saying to Geo and the patrons this morning, you don't hear Tottenham speak like that very often, do you? That they're already looking for some sort of angle or some small detail where they can hopefully get an advantage over us. Look, there clearly is going to be some sort of fatigue. We know that Moyes will have had them in for their ice baths and their warm downs and whatever. I guess they're two of the same, aren't they? An ice bath would be a massive warm down. But we've also got the euphoria and the uplift and the adrenaline, if you like, and momentum and all that other mental stuff,
Yeah, I look at it from that way. I think the lift that we're going to get from winning that, the buzz we've got, the momentum that we've gained, I think that outweighs the fatigue. Will we be tired? Possibly, but something in the extra time on Thursday, bar 1 or 2 players, I didn't really feel that we showed any fatigue or that. We were still going in the 100th minute. Obviously, it'll take its toll. I think it is a quick turnaround, but I expect us to be up for this one. I expect that it should be good, and I think we'll see. I think we'll reap the rewards from Thursday rather than feel the impact of Thursday. I think we'll see positives rather than negatives coming to our game. Anyway, the lineups are out in 2 minutes, which gives you enough time to download the OneFootball app. This video is sponsored by the OneFootball app. Link is in the description of your video. Quickly get downloaded to your device. I'll ask you your favourite team. When you select West Ham, in literally 90 seconds, you'll get a notification on your device telling you that the lineups are out. You can click on that, it'll bring it up, it'll give you the Spurs team, as well as the West Ham team and the formations that they think each team are playing. But it's not just for today. It's a bit like you don't get a dog just for Christmas, you don't get OneFootball just for Sunday against Tottenham. Once you've got it on your phone, you keep it going forward. It is the best football app out there. Myself and Gonzo use it every single day. Well, you know that. You watch Gonzo's videos. We're going to use it in a minute. It's time for the team line that's come out. But it's the best way to keep up to date with everything going on at your football club. Please use the link in the description below. Sorted.
It's working.
Hammer 1999 says Spurs played on Wednesday, so they won't be fully fit either. Playing adrenaline carries our blues through, as well as the magnitude of the game. Declan will be crucial. Joan, Charlie is in the green room. We call it the green room. It's just a thing in the background of the video. She's saying that Charlie was amazing on Thursday. His momentous marathon watch along was brilliant. Well, thank you very
done,
much,
Charlie.
Joan. Charlie will appreciate it, and he can hear what we're saying at the minute, so he's got that one as well. I do, Paul. There's 1 or 2 players I like the look of, but I'll wait till we do our bet because I'll stick one of them in the bet myself and Gonzo do. And just want to say a quick thank you to Sharky before we even started the video. Sharky had chucked a $5 into the biscuit tin and set up the hammers. We are massive. Anyway, what are you doing?
Shutting down the OneFootball app. It was sending me alerts on the team and stuff, so I've got because I like you to do it. So yeah, I'll just turn the OneFootball app off, which is not something we encourage you to do. I'm doing it now because Geo's going to look at the OneFootball app and tell me. He probably knows.
Yeah, right,
he's probably had a little sneaky word with somebody
Right,
in
let
there
me
now
get it
already.
loaded up now. There's 2 changes to the team from Thursday night. The first one, which is kind of obvious, is Fabianski comes in to replace Areola in goal. But we've got a change of formation. It looks like we've got Ben Johnson right wing back with Craig Dawson, Kurt Zuma, and Aaron Creswell as the 3 across the back, with Arthur Masuaku coming in at left wing back in place of Pablo Fornals. That's the other change. We've got Rice Zuchek continuing in midfield with Lanzini, Ben Rama, and Michael Antonio.
Well, you know what? Wasn't expecting that one, but maybe he just wanted to get some fresh legs in there. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out if Fornals on the bench or not soon enough.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I mean, I always assume that with these modern football managers and the coaching staff that they have a certain amount of data or whatever, and maybe he is just cream crackers. Maybe Fornals needs. They know he's not got 90 minutes in him, so he's not starting or something like that. It would have to be that or some bruising or a knock or something like that, which just means he can't play 90 minutes. Obviously, we've got the international break coming up. So I made the Masuaku one is a weird one. It might even just be tactical, mate. Maybe he's seen something in Tottenham and he's thinking, okay, I want to play the 3 centre backs.
Tottenham play wing backs.
There you go. Might be a like for like thing. Might be he just likes Cresswell attacking from that position. I certainly do. I like it. That's one aspect of this team I really do like. I think it's quite difficult to defend against because I don't think there's probably that many people that do it. I think Cresswell was possibly the best defensive assist getter in the league last season. I think that stat came from somewhere. And when you're trying to pick that up from central midfield, maybe it gives from central defence, maybe it gives them something to think about. Who knows? But I'm all in for it. I don't mind Masuaku there either.
I do. I'll be honest. It concerns me. I do. I'm not. Pardon me. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm delighted with the starting 11. I'm delighted with 10 of the starting 11. The Masuaku one concerns me greatly. You know, perhaps Fornals has got a knock or he's tired and he's been forced into a change and stuff, but I don't know. It's underwhelming. I fear it scares me seeing Masuaku at left wing back. It does worry me a little bit. But it's what it is.
I'm sure he's got good reason.
I'm happy with.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got very, very good reason. It can only be one of those 2 things. Either whoever you want to play there is not fit enough, so Moyes can't play him there, or it is tactical. But I'm sure he's got really good reason for doing it. Because I think we all know that Masuaku's not the long-term solution for any one of us. And I would include Moyes in that. Moyes is not going to be looking to retain Masuaku for the next 3-4 years. I would anticipate, unless something goes ridiculously wrong, Moyes will be here for West Ham for the next 3 or 4 years. I don't think he'll be retaining Masuaku alongside that, so it's probably not his first choice either. Needs must, I guess, for whatever reason, but there's still a lot of good players in that team. Really interesting, actually, Masuaku and Ben Rama in the same team as well. That is interesting because they both, I know they're not the same players, but they both do the sort of same job in areas of the pitch, which is basically get you 10 yards further up the pitch by carrying the ball rather than, passing it up there. So that's going to be really interesting because I've often looked at Moyes' teams and thought he does like somebody to do that. Lingard did it when he was with us, carry the ball up, go slow, so speed it up, carry the ball up the pitch. He does seem to like that. So having 2 players in the team who are going to do that, I wonder how that'll work out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll need to see the Tottenham team. I'm not clicked on it yet because I've not done the West Ham bench. But if Doherty's right wing back, it'll worry me a bit. But if it's Emerson Royale, I'll relax a little bit. I don't think he carries quite as much attacking threat as what Doherty does. The West Ham bench this afternoon, we've got Areola as well as Fredericks, Diop, Noble Kral, Vlasic, Fornals, Perkins, and Andre Yarmolenko.
Yeah, Perkins on the bench again, which is interesting. He likes to swap them around a little bit, doesn't he? With the youngsters that are included, I've noticed he does seem to change. We know he's not going to use any of them, but the youngsters that he puts on the bench, he seems to swap around. But that's 2 or 3 games in a row for Perkins on the bench. Actually, I wonder if we can read anything into that. Not that he's coming on, but maybe he's just been playing very well.
Anyway, do you want to know the Tottenham team?
I guess we'll have to.
Right, well, it's the same formation as West Ham's team. Both teams, well, actually, the West Ham attacking team might be a bit interesting because I feel like we've figured out what to do with the centre midfield of West Ham now with Lanzini in there. So with this one, either Lanzini pushes up a bit or Ben Rama's going to be playing as a striker in the front two, which is interesting to see. But anyway, the Spurs team is on your screen now. Hugo Lloris in goal, as always, with Doherty right wing back, Romero, Dyer and Davies as our three centre-backs, with Mazzulli on left wing back. Højbjerg and Bentancur centre midfield with Kulusevski, Son and Harry Kane as our attacking trio. So, as expected from Tottenham.
Yeah. Okay, it is as expected. So, really dangerous front three. I think we've probably got him in central midfield. Although I do like Bentancur, as I mentioned in the build-up. I think he's a good player. Wide, I think it remains to be seen. I'm certainly not worried about the right-hand side there. I think Johnson's really hard to consistently dribble past. Reguilon has played very well from what I've seen as well. I liked him anyway, and I think he's one of the players that sort of, I felt he came in, he did really well. Then I felt he dipped, and now he's got a second wind again under the new manager. So, but he's probably going to play on it. He's probably going to go up against Johnson if we think their formations are as we suspect. So, I'm not as worried about that because Johnson's making a good case for being a very, very good defensive player. I think there's opportunities in that back line. I like Romero, good player, but Dyer less so. And Davis as well. Davis is, well, you could say this about West Ham. Of course, you could say this about Cresswell. But Davis doesn't strike me as a centre half. I think there's opportunity there for certainly for Antonio to get in amongst them and make them a bit panicky, if you know what I mean. I think he can cause panic in the defensive line.
Yeah, I think it's as expected. I think this Tottenham team's a funny one, isn't it? Because, like you say, first of all, you don't know which version of that Tottenham team's going to turn up. And they've definitely got strength in that team in terms of causing damage to the opposition. That front three, like I said, Kulusevski's come in. I think he's been wonderful for them so far. But they're there to be got. I agree with what you're saying about Dyer and Davies to some extent, although Davies has got plenty of experience at left centre-back. He played there for Wales quite a lot as well. But I'd expect Antonio to get a few opportunities against them. Their midfield is all right as Højbjerg and Bentancur are. It's a new partnership, and I think our midfield's been quite good in the last 2 or 3 games, and this is why I'd almost like to see Lanzini in there with Souček and Rice. So that would present an opportunity for us to dominate in the middle of the park, really, and outnumber them 3-2. So I hope Lanzini is playing slightly deeper as he has been recently. I think Doherty will give Masuaku a tough game down that right-hand side. I've been impressed by him in the last few games. The other side of the pitch, I agree with you. I expect Ben Johnson will be okay. I don't think we'll see much offensive play from Ben Johnson in our favour, but I don't think we'll concede much to Tottenham either. So it's sort of like, good and bad down there. Anyway, the Tottenham bench, we've got Golini, Rodons, Sanchez, Emerson Royale, Harry Winks. We've got White, Bergwijn, Lucas, and Scarlett as well. That's the Tottenham bench for this afternoon. Right, Gonzo, what are you fancying for the bet?
I've got to fancy another Souček goal. I think he's in the mood. I think he's on a roll. I really do. I think the formation has tweaked. I mean, this is different to the formation that we have played, but I still think he is going to have a liberated sort of role. I still think you'll see that dynamic. It's not that Rice doesn't go forward at all. In fact, if you look back at that Sevilla game, Rice makes a surge forward in the first 30 seconds of the game, goes on a dribble. But I think it's more sort of 30-70 rather than, you go, I go, that sort of thing. I think 70% of the time Rice is going to be sticking back there. So I've got to fancy a Souček goal. And as much as I said that Antonio might make their defence panicky, I think also Souček can cause panic in their defence as well. So we've got to play to our strengths. They've got really good forward players. Our forward players aren't as good as theirs, if we're perfectly honest, but they do have attributes of strength and physical stature, which we have to play to those strengths.
Well, I think we've got our bet then. Be £150, 180 quid. Souček to score, and Souček to get booked. That's it. That's my player to get yellow card is Souček. So if Souček scores and Souček gets booked, we'll give someone 180 quid. Simple as that. That sounds easy, doesn't it? I think he's been booked. Well, he's definitely been booked a few times against Spurs. I think he's maybe played them 4 times and picked up 2 yellow cards. And one of the games he didn't get booked in was the League Cup, which I don't really include because I think the attitude in those games is slightly different to the Premier League. So yeah, I've gone with a Souček card. You've gone with a Souček goal, 180 quid. In the live chat, please put the following phrase.
Well, accidentally, I think, because I said we might make them a bit panicky, and we got someone called Son in their lineup, so I think we'll go with Son is panicky.
Son is panicky. Put that into the live chat. Myself and Gonzo have a quick chat about what we think, and then we're going to ask you guys to get what you guys think in the live chat and see what you've got. Paul, just quickly, Lanzini suspended for the first leg of the quarterfinals. They get wiped after the quarterfinals. Declan Rice is 1 booking away, so if he gets booked in the first leg, he misses the second leg, as does anyone else on 2 bookings. So the only other person that could be on 2 bookings is Alan Creswell. Someone can have a look and see if Creswell's got 2 cards or not in European football. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I know Rice has. But Lanzini certainly misses the first game against Lyon. And anyway, Gonzo, you've seen both teams. What are you thinking?
As you were. I think everything that we predicted, everything we said, still stands, still resonates. I think certainly they're as good as we think they are. They have an excellent manager, excellent team, excellent players. But you know what? We're not so bad ourselves. So for too long we have had a. Not actually, to be honest with you, we are their bogey team. Let's also get that right. But I was going to say for too long, we've maybe been in their shadow a little bit. Let's be fair. In recent times, we have got the better of them in quite a few games, of course. It's a big game if you want to call it our cup final. Excellent. That'll do. Not a problem. But it's also a bit of a cup final for them. Even if you want to take West Ham out of the equation, whoever they were playing, whatever team they were playing, if they were playing a team who were vying for the same sort of league position as they are coming towards the latter stages of the Premier League, it becomes a massive game for both clubs. I know you said earlier on that a draw might be all right here. I can't help but thinking that a win is particularly useful for either club here. This is really, it is all about winning this game for me. There's 2 teams that can win this game. I know it looks a little bit defensive there from us, but we've got, you look at the attacking players, Lanzini can attack. We really can attack really well with him in the team. Ben Rama's going to keep carrying the ball forward as well. Antonio's in there. Souček's going to join the attack. We're going to continually have a central defender who's going to make an extra man in midfield, and that could be quite telling. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's a big game for both teams. I think you're right. I think at the end of the day, Tottenham are going to have a small rebuilding job to do in the summer, and regardless of what European competition they've got, it's better to have a form of European competition to offer any potential signings in no European football to offer them. I think Conte find it a bit more difficult to get the players in he wants if they don't have anything there. And how do you persuade someone like Harry Kane to stick around when you're only competing for the FA Cup and the League Cup? Because let's face it, they're competing for the title next season. So at least if they've got the Europa League or even the Europa Conference League, you can say to Harry, we're going to take this serious. We're going to go win this tournament. So I think it's a huge, huge game for them. And if they want to poo-poo it and make on that's more important to us, then so be it. I hope we do show. I hope our attitude suggests that as well, and we go on to win this game. I think if it's a draw, I don't think it's a bad result for either team. I don't think it's necessarily a good result. I think it's not a bad one. It just kicks the can down the road a little bit, doesn't it? Nobody really progresses in terms of the ambition. All we do is, if anything, push Wolves slightly into 8th place a little bit more and get rid of them. But win for West Ham today, of course, takes us above Man United. So we're going to the international break in 5th in the Premier League. And I know we'd have played a game more than Man U, just 1 game more than Tottenham as well. Doesn't really matter, as we always say. It's better to have points on the board than games in hand. What are you going to do about it, kind of thing? And it's almost a bit annoyed that the international break has come around because we've just got a bit of momentum going, got a bit of form going, we're playing really well. We're creating lots of chances. We're starting to score goals. Players are picking up individual form as well, like Souček, and it's an annoying time to have the international break. But it's a massive game today. It's difficult to call. It's a difficult one because both teams have really good players offensively. Both teams have got decent players defensively as well. Both managers know how you set up a team to be organised and be hard to beat. So, difficult one. Anyway, we're going to turn to the live chat now. So, get your thoughts into live chat. It can be about the West Ham team, the Tottenham team, how you see today going as well. So, Gonzo, we'll see what they're all saying.
Absolutely, mate. Hopefully they're a happy bunch. I think they seem quite confident.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of waviness, which is understandable. But that just means you're a bit realistic, I think. Contact Light says, keep the ball in midfield. Kane and Son will come deep to collect and take themselves out of the game.
Tactical, I like it.
I disagree, though.
Yeah,
I think if Kane comes deep, you're in trouble.
Well, I don't know. There's not a lot of space, for him to put the balls into with us, I think. So we'll.
Do you think that's
they got the advantage?
Going to three at the back?
Possibly. Yeah, but I think actually whatever we would have played, we wouldn't have left much space in behind anyway, which is obviously you want Kane. Well, they want Kane dropping deep and playing in Son, who's obviously really quick and athletic and a strong player. So I think a bit of that, I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, it's hard to say. I think a bit of it might be tactical, but maybe there is maybe they just looked at it. Maybe he was walking. You saw Declan. If anyone saw the pictures of Declan after the game, he was hobbling along. So, and we heard that there were a couple of people carrying knocks, and I was consider that to be a knock. If it got to, the light training yesterday, and Fornals was still hobbling around, then he might just thought, you know what, I just can't do it. So, it might be the formation might be to counteract them. It might just be because that's all we can do, really.
Rubal says, after that magnificent save against Sevilla, who would have preferred to see Areola between the sticks today?
Yeah, but as we said, he played really well against Villa, didn't he, Fabianski? So people were actually, there was a similar thing being said ahead of the European game, which was, Fabianski played well against Villa. Maybe he should be in that. I could count ourselves lucky. Well, not lucky because we signed two keepers, I guess. But, we're in a nice position that we have two keepers who are probably of a comparable standard.
And both in form as well. It's all very well having two good goalkeepers, but they're actually both in form at the minute too. Leo says, do you think both managers will sit back, be scared to go for the win because it means so much to the table?
Maybe. I don't know enough about, what's his name, about Conte. I don't think, I think Moyes will sit back, but it's one thing I just really learned about Moyes. Moyes thinks he's going to win every game. Even sometimes when Moyes' tactics are crap, he still thinks that's the way to win it. So even if he does sit back, he's sitting back because he thinks he's going to nick a goal and we're going to win 1-0. So I don't think he's scared. There's two separate things, if you know what I mean, Leonardo. I don't think he's just because he sits back. I don't think he's scared to go for the win.
It's not parking the bus.
Yeah,
that's sitting back for a 0-0 is parking the bus, really, isn't it? Hammer 1999 says, gutted Bowen isn't available today. Balance on the right would have been far better, and he'd have fancied his chances up against Davies. Jelly thinks we'll beat Tottenham today. He's quite confident, whereas Jack thinks we'll struggle on the left-hand side, but still confident of a win. I'm a bit like Jack, really. Jack's my kind of thought. I think Doherty come down that right. It's going to be a bit of a struggle for us. Mikey says that he's going to be the predictor of doom. He's going for an entertaining 0-0. No to miss a penalty late on.
That's a very particular one.
We like them, though, don't we? I like those kind of...
I do, yeah.
Will says, keep Kane quiet, make him drop deep, and we can win. I like the other comment. I just can't buy into that. I think when Kane drops deep, I think he's dangerous. I think he's one of the best number 10s, like position-wise, in the Premier League. And it used to be Kane to Son, but now it's Kane to Son and Kane to Kulusevski as well. They've added that extra player there. Like you said, though, hopefully we do sit back enough. There's not really much space behind. But the one thing I feel with Kulusevski coming in is he's better. I found him quite good outside the box with those little 1-2s you do in and around the 18-yarder. I found him to be quite clever with them a little bit. It's almost added an additional dimension to Spurs' attack, really. Al saying set pieces will be really key, whereas Thunder and Joy says, don't worry about Arthur Masuaku, who prove us all wrong. To be fair, Gonzo's all right with Masuaku.
Yeah, I think he's not my favourite player, though, but I'm not expecting an earthquake or an avalanche or some cataclysmic event because Arthur Masuaku's in the team. I would not be surprised. We got to the end of this match and when we do our player ratings, we'd give a Masuaku a 7 out of 10. That wouldn't surprise me. Do I expect him to be a 10 out of 10? No. Is he capable of being a 3 out of 10? Yes, but he's okay. He's okay.
Yeah, I seen the live chat when the team came out. I think there was a lot more pro Masuaku than I expected, to be honest. And most of them were saying two things. First of all, Masuaku left wing back is a hell of a lot better than Masuaku left back. And the second one was Creswell's behind him and said that partnership is quite good, which it has proven in the past to be good. The Creswell Masuaku partnership has proven to be good. So they're saying it's only dangerous either Masuaku's left back or, say, Diop, for example, is left centre back and he's not got Creswell behind him. So, I think the live chat generally were okay with Masuaku playing that. It was just me, really, to be honest with you. Frank says, our momentum will see us through. We won't fold. While Jordan agrees about the international break, especially when the players we need to have a rest will be playing for their countries, such as Souček and Declan Rice.
They're not big games for England, though, are they? I don't think England have got any big games. No. So Southgate, I wouldn't. I mean, I would say the same for Harry Kane as well. I wouldn't imagine Southgate will pick his prime players, and I would consider both those to be guaranteed England starters. Well, one of them's a captain, clearly. So I think he's shown a capability to not play his prime players in every game. So maybe they'll play once, but he'll look after himself, Gate.
I think I could be wrong. Is Czech Republic not in the World Cup qualifiers though? I think they are. So therefore, I'm pretty sure they've got the World Cup qualifier semi-final. So Czech's got a very important game anyway coming up. Lewis says it's been 2 years of incredible performances and consistency. Yet the pessimist in me as a West Ham fan just makes me think we will always get beaten in games like this.
I understand that it's years of inbuilt pessimism, but all I would say, mate, is look, Tottenham we don't even have to capitulate. Tottenham are good enough to just beat us. If we play okay and Tottenham play brilliantly, Tottenham can beat us. But we look at teams. We've already beaten Tottenham this season. We've beaten Arsenal. No, we actually haven't beaten Arsenal, have we? Man U and Man City by penalties. Liverpool, Chelsea. Sevilla. I take what you Sevilla. I take what you mean, but and I'm there's a West Ham pessimist in all of us, but we could beat them. They won't be looking forward to this game. There's probably other teams who they would have not liked to face more than West Ham. But West Ham would have been up there. Of course, they wouldn't want to face City or Liverpool or whatever. But we'd have been right there. There's 14 teams in the Premier League they'd probably have rather faced than West Ham today.
Clayton says, are we playing 3 at the back? It looks like Clayton. It looks like we're playing 3 at the back with Masuaku left wing back. GWUFC is doing us a bit of a favour, saying get the likes up. So take his advice. If you don't mind, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. John's wondering why Diop doesn't get a start, while Tom says Rice needs to stay back. He's only one with speed against Son. I guess that's the small issue with playing 3 at the back today. It pushes Dawson over to the right and puts him in a direct battle with Son, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it also puts Zuma in the middle. So there's another layer of got to get past another one, haven't you? Even if he gets past Dawson, he's got to get past another one. Great player, though. Great player, Son. We've got some fantastic players, I really do. But talk about Rice there as Tom is. They've got to deal with Declan today. It's all. I mean, I'll say that we've got to really watch out for Son. We've got to watch out for Kane. We really do. But they've really got to watch out for Declan today. They cannot take their eyes off Antonio for a second. And if they give Lanzini any space at all on that pitch, he's going to start dictating the tempo of the game. And if they don't watch Cresswell's runs forward, he's going to start delivering some really dangerous balls into the box because he's not as shackled. When he's in that position, it's not like there's somebody detailed like the opposition fullback or the opposition winger to close him down. He has freedom. He can actually go wide left or he can go as an inside left, which gives him the option to play his deliveries into the box from a variety of positions. So they've got players that they need to watch out for as well.
It's 11-2 for Creswell to get an assist on Paddy Power. I might back that now. I think you just convinced me. He takes our corners as well. No Fanals and no Bowen on the pitch means Creswell will be taking everything today. Free kicks and corners, absolutely everything. Until Fanals enters the game, I imagine Creswell will take every single set piece. Contact Light says upturn in form related to Rice sitting back more. I think so.
Maybe.
I do. I think our weakest spot used to be our centre midfield. or a lack of numbers in centre midfield. I think dropping Lanzini deeper, restricting Rice, taking shackles off Souček, I think all three things has made that trio. They're bloody good, and they're really good as a three. Them three players, really, really good. Mr. Magoo says, not sure how much the Sevilla game took out of us, but whatever the result, come on, you irons. Well, the Tower says Yarmolenko is like a new signing, whereas Hughes says that he's going to come off the bench and score again to do it in 3 games in a row.
Oh, what are the odds on that? I bet they've shortened them. I bet the bookies have shortened the odds massively on a Yarmolenko goal.
I had in extra time I did on Thursday when it was full-time whistle went, so extra time was a way to begin. I did Yarmolenko to score in extra time, 12-1.
What, the match?
I did. Yeah, the match. Yeah, that's why I was celebrating extra hard.
That's it.
Because I also did Yarmolenko to have a shot on target in extra time. 7-2. I thought it was mental odds just for him to hit the target in the next half hour. The geezer will hit it from 40 yards if he wants to. So when he scored, I obviously won both bets. So happy days.
Nice.
Happy days. Anyway, Chris says, I fancy West Ham to score twice today. Whether it's good enough, I don't know. Southampton just equalised. I think they're playing Man City in the FA Cup. That's not good news for West Ham. That's not good news.
No. So, and Andy said that I told you to bet. I just don't remember. I told you. I said, get on Yarmolenko. Get on Yarmolenko for this one.
You can't even remember to bloody score you. Lewis is asking if think Zuma will cope. Oh, I know this it's a bit of a weird thing to say given why he's getting abuse, right? I think he's almost excelling with it. I think it's almost driving him on. He's been dropping 9 out of 10s every game since it happened.
Yeah, he has.
I know there's a lot of talk suggesting they're going to target him today. Do you know something led to him? I seen it earlier. It said West Ham are in the quarterfinal of the Europa League. Crystal Palace are in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Chelsea are in the quarterfinals. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They beat Everton. Chelsea are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Arsenal will get 4th in the Premier League. And Tottenham are making up songs like Kurt Zuma.
Excellent. Hey, you've got to have ambition. That was a good
Michael's saying Dawson's going to score a score and get booked. Hammer1999 says, not confident. I remember being sat here a year ago watching you two and Gonzo complimenting the Spurs team, how strong it was, and we won 2-1. I'll bite your hand off for that right now. Me and Gonzo compliment every opposition team. There's
one, I can't remember. It's been one where you said players you admire, and I can't remember what team it was. I said, not so much. But aside from that, there's always good players, isn't there? We always pick out a player or two. And they're really good. Tottenham's problem is not their players.
Got to get the likes up from the opposition fans tuning into the preview, ain't we? We're not stupid.
Need a bit of outrage. Either outrage or compliments. Yeah, look, Tottenham's problem isn't their players. That's not it. It's other things which we discussed in the preview, but the players, brilliant.
Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor's referee today. Jordan agrees with me. I was hoping somebody would. He says Kane dropping deep, putting balls in behind our slow defence is not a good thing. Son will have a hat trick. John says that they have few players other than the obvious ones that he would want in our team. I mean, that's always an interesting thing to do, really, isn't it? If you were to do a combined 11. But...
Yeah. Maybe it's hey, maybe even a video itself, not before every game. I'm actually maybe some other channel will do it. What?
It's international break coming up. We'll get desperate. I'm sure we'll do a combined West Ham Tottenham 11. Just name 11 West Ham players.
It's a video every day, mate. Do the whole Premier League. Hey.
Michael says we always raise our game against Tottenham, but do you think having experienced the whole occasion on Thursday might not feel so special to our players? I hope not. I'd like the same intensity.
I don't think so. I just don't. They would just not. They don't have that. I look at that backroom team. I look at Moyes. I look at Stuart Pearce and the way these guys are. I just can't see it. But also the leadership. Noble won't let that happen. But I don't even think they need to. Rice won't let that happen. Antonio scored. Well, they lost their first ever game. They lost at that stadium. Antonio scored and did his little celebration and the rest of it. The old toilet. The old taking an Earth for Kit celebration. as we like to call it. Probably no one else calls it that. Antonio will be wanting to score there again. I'm not so sure. I hope not. I know what you're saying, Michael, but hopefully not.
All right, just skipping through the chat, otherwise we'll be here all night. Anyway, Gonzo, in the live chat, get your score predictions in. Let's see what you're thinking. Get your score predictions in now and make it obvious who you think is going to win. Because if you do 1-0, technically it looks like Spurs, and because it's a close game, make it obvious who you think. Anyway, Gonzo, what are you saying? What's your score prediction? I think in the
everyone's
preview,
saying am I going to have a drink? I'm not having a drink. I've even got to cook dinner at half time. So
do you know something? Do you know something? Everybody thinks you're like an alcoholic now.
No, I think that was the point. If I was an alcoholic, I would have been able to handle my beer better. No, I don't drink very much at all. Actually, there you go. That's the problem. But no beer, no beer today. No beer today. I've got some chicken goujons and some broccoli and some curly fries. It's nice, eh? For the kids, which I'm going to pop in at half time. I say for the kids, who am I kidding? For us all, I'll pop that in at half time. So no, there'll be no drinking. I'm a responsible parent today.
I'm having an M&S best ever burger.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it. I remember the first time I got it. I remember arguing the whole way home as to how they can claim it's their best ever burger and who decides if it's their best ever burger. You know, I thought, what's the... And then I ate it and I thought, actually, that is the best ever burger.
Yeah, it's the best burger,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the original, the two blokes, Mark and Spencer, they sat there, oh, this is the best burger we've ever done. That's how they do it.
I was thinking it's the best ever one now. Why didn't you do it 10 years ago, eh? You've been
yeah.
crap for 10 years and you thought, now we'll bring out the best ever burger.
Yeah. But anyway. their value range is terrible. Our worst ever bowl of pasta.
Anyway. What are you saying, score prediction? I think you said 2-0 in the preview for some reason.
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I like it. I'm not, look, what can you say? What can you say? It's anyone's game. Tight game, I'd imagine. I can't imagine we get thrashed. You know, sort of fair enough. I'm sure we'll deserve it if we do, but I think we can beat them. I really do.
I said 1-0 West Ham in the preview. I'm gonna downgrade a little bit. I'm gonna say 1-1, and I think a draw is a good result. It's not an excellent result. It's a good one. It still technically leaves 6th place in Tottenham's hand, given that they have a game in hand against Arsenal. I'm sort of banking on them not winning that game. But the pressure's on them tonight. The pressure's not on us. And we've seen on Thursday when the pressure isn't on us that actually it can benefit us a little bit. And the one difference between West Ham this season and last season is we've gone into a lot of games favourites now because of last season. Last season, even if we went to, say, Aston Villa or Everton, it was like, surely West Ham are going to come unstuck now. Surely now is where they trip up a little bit. But this season, it's not that anymore. It's like Villa, Palace. Well, West Ham have got to win. They're in the European team now. They're going to have to win this game. So it's not that many games I feel like we're not the favourites. And today's one of them. The pressure is all on them. I think this result, if it wasn't for the international break, this result could have big implications on both teams. If we were to go on and win, I wouldn't say it would derail Tottenham's season, but it would be a massive kick in the guts for them, actually, to see us go 3 points ahead of them and stuff. Whereas us, it would get our tails up. We're going to get European football again. Yeah. Huge game. So I'm going to say Spurs 1, West Ham 1. Hammer99 says, imagine the buzz if we win today, Europa quarterfinal, 6th in the league, 5th. We'll be 5th in the league, mate. Look at the league table. If we win, we go 5th. With 2 months left of the season, buzzing over international break. Please, West Ham. Would you take a point right now? No, either would I. As much as I think a draw's a good one, I wouldn't take it. What are you laughing at?
Michael's predicting that that Antonio's hamstring was going this game, keeping him out of the Jamaica squad. I think he's suggesting it might be a fib.
Well, David Moyes said it would. I think Moyes, what did Moyes word as? He would have. Moyes basically said it would be helpful if he wasn't called up for Jamaica or something. I think he worded it like that. Basically said, "Don't you dare call him up, and if you do get called up,
can you imagine he's sort of shaking his hand but crushing it at the same time? So at the same time, saying, "Mike, it'd be really helpful." If
and round back of the neck, squeezing it tight. Well done, mate. You're in that Jamaican squad again. You're in the Jamaican squad again.
Yeah.
No best
See ya.
M&S burger for you.
Be helpful to stay here.
So anyway, that's how we think David Moyes deals with people. Right, Gonzo will be back at full time. Enjoy the curly Twizzler chicken
Fries,
Dijon
curly
things.
fries, broccoli. Got to have something decent and wholesome in there, and some goujons. Thank you.
And don't go anywhere.
You enjoy your best ever burger. Oh, sorry.
Well, don't go anywhere. We're here for the next. We're here for the duration of the game. Myself and Gonzo will be back at full time, but coming up in about 5 seconds is Charlie. Don't go anywhere though. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and Charlie will be with you in a few seconds.
Thank you, Gio. Thank you, Gonzo. I'm really hungry now. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just really. It's going to be a long stream. It's going to be a long stream. And thank you, of course, to Stuart Morris Accountants, your accounting professionals. It's time for you to get someone else to do your accounts for you. Let's be real. None of us like doing it. You need to get them involved because they can just do it for you. West Ham fan led. That's why they hooked us up. A beautiful thing, a wonderful thing. They make it possible. So, hey, why not make their stuff possible? Let them make your accounts possible. You don't want to do them. I don't either. So thank you very much, of course, to Stuart Morris Accountants. Press the button. There we go. Thank you very much to you. Hello, everyone. How are we all? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. I'm hungry. That's going to be the vibe of today's stream. I'm hungry. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you're well. Is Stuart Morris a hammer? Stuart Morris is a hammer. It's very true. Stuart Morris is a hammer. And by association, the entire firm. Let's not act like it isn't. Good Seeley. Hope you're well. We're here today for a big old match. You know, they've been big matches after big matches recently, and today is also a big one. We're going to skip straight to the Premier League table and just have a look. That's Danny DeVito. I didn't mean to press that one. I meant to press this one, but we can all have a look at Danny. If we look at the Premier League table, right, here we are. Spurs and West Ham down here, right? Spurs, 1 game in hand, equal on points, but we are ahead of them on goal difference. Now, if we win today, not only will we put ourselves 3 points ahead, despite Tottenham's game in hand, with goal difference that probably won't make them able to take over them, even if they did win the next game, it also puts us ahead of Manchester United on equal, well, they'll have a game in hand, I guess. They might play today. Do they play today? Do they play tomorrow? I don't know. But it will put us into 5th with significant points. It's a huge opportunity today. It is a massive, massive opportunity for West Ham today. I'm not going to sit here in front about it. It's big. It's big. And we're used to big games. We've been having big games a lot this of late. And it is a big, big game today. No, look, red. It's England colours. It's not Tottenham. It's England. It's not Tottenham. Yeah. Also, more bad news. We don't have any roasties, and we don't have any Rumham. Yes, I meant to click this one. We don't have any bells. We do have. There are oranges in the fridge, I think, which I can go and find. We might be able to get access to the oranges. I don't know. My other half is also out, so she won't even be able to throw stuff at me. It's going to be an issue today. Rumham indeed. Thank you very much for noticing. Thank you very much for noticing. Well, boy. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight to it, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible, how confident are you of a West Ham result today? While we do that, we'll go through the teams just in case you haven't seen them yet. I did have a deeps and I don't know how to feel about it, so I'll be interested to see how you people are feeling. Let's start with Fabianski in goal. Johnson, Dawson, Zuma, Cresswell, Masuaku, Rice and Souček in midfield with Lanzini, Benrahma and Antonio ahead of them. Now, I'd be very interested to see whether this is a 3 or a 5 at the back. We could be either here. We've seen Masuaku play before in a more advanced position, almost on the wing. So we could be sticking with the 4 at the back and just having a Masuaku playing further forward. But it could also be a 5 at the back, trying to match up Tottenham's 5 at the back. There's a lot of interesting things going on here. And I don't quite know how I feel about it yet. I really genuinely don't. The bench, though, I do quite like, to be honest. Areola, Fredericks, Diop, Noble, Krau, Vlasic, Fornals, Perkins, Yarmolenko. At least in an attacking sense, strong, which isn't something we can usually say. But going forward, that's quite a strong bench. Defensively, you've got a right back and a centre back. You'd maybe want something else in there, but good goalkeeper, a right back who can be effective, a centre back who can be effective, Noble, Krau, who's not going to come on, but still, Vlasic, Fornals, Perkins, Yarmolenko, or we would like to see at some point get on probably in different ways. Some of us might not want to see Vlasic, some of us might not want to see Yarmolenko, some of us might not want to see Fornals, but collectively as a fan base, that's probably a group of players we like. And Perkins, obviously, well, come on, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Tottenham, however, line up as such. Lloris, Doherty, Romero, Dyer, Davis, Reguilon in their back five, with Davis playing at left centre-back, if you're interested. Højbjerg and Bentancur in their central midfield positions, with Kulusevski, I've never been able to pronounce that name, Son and Kane up front. Their bench, Glini, Rodon, Sanchez, Royal, Winks, White, Bergwijn, Lucas, and Scarlett. I have the overwhelming urge to sing the Captain Scarlet theme song. I'm not going to. So those are the two teams. We now know the teams. We now know the lineups. Let's have a look at how confident you are. I feel a little bit awkward. But before we do that, thank you very much to Val M. Thank you very much. Incredibly kind. Going to a meeting. So missing the match, but Charlie will get man match choice. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I thank you for... Listen, enjoy the meeting. Know that we'll all be collectively thinking about you. If you get the phone out underneath the desk, just on a little limb, you know. Not at me at the game. At the game, of course, not at me. Don't waste your precious 4G on me. Watch the game. But you know what I mean. It's just a little, you know. Wouldn't blame you. Wouldn't blame you. Let me add your name to the donuts before you go. Wow. Much appreciated. There we go. So let's have a look at some of this confidence. Let's have a look at some of these confidence. Leo's here again. Good to see you, Leo. I hope you're well. Yarmolenko's destined to score the winner today. Listen, if it happens again, I don't know what we'll all do with ourselves. I don't know what we'll all do with ourselves. I was trying to explain. I went on a walk with my mum. Was it yesterday? Day before? One of the days. Day before. It was Friday. Went with walk with mum, and I was trying to explain to her what's been going on with Yarmolenko. And she didn't quite understand it, but like, I just feel the need to tell everyone. I'm like, look at what's happening. Clips, good to see you. Snodgrass was hoping it would drop, but it falls. Listen, Snodgrass is getting on the end of everything. Let's not lie about it, sir. But good to see you. Hope you're well. Deckers is here. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're good. Let's have a look at some of these numbers. Zari Jordan Knight. Hopefully, Master Walker's been taking notes from Yarmo on how to shine from the fringes. 8 out of 10. Love that. Love that. Obligatory Lanzini derby goal. Listen. He's in. And if we are, I wouldn't put it past him, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't put it past him. Do you wear the non-obvious colours of West Ham on purpose? Yellow against Wolves and again white against Spurs. Again, no, this is literally just the Hammers Chatma. I do have the blue variant of this, but I'll be honest with you, I can't find it. But no, I don't. I'll be honest with you, Sarav. In general, this is my stance on clothes, right? This is the technique I do. I go to my drawers, I open them, and whatever's the one on top, I wear. I don't think about it too much. I can't lie. Lewis is going for a 6.5 out of 10. I had to do some quick maths there, but we got there. It's a back 500%. I suspect it will be as well. But we have played Master Walk on wing before. I've seen it happen before. I disagreed with everyone when they said it was a back 5. I thought it was a front. We'll see. We'll see when the match happens. But I definitely agree with you. I imagine it will be a flexible. I imagine will be a flexible 3 out of 5, 8 out of 10. Okay. 8, we got this. Love that. 6, says Chuck. Good to see you. 6, big. A huge 69 out of 10. Nice. I think it's right that Fornals doesn't start. He's played so much. I agree, but it's just odd to me that I think he's injured. I can't see him. I can't see Moyes dropping him. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. We'll talk about it as the game goes on, I guess. 5, 7, 6.3, 4, 8, 4, 6, 8. We're playing a back 4. I think we might be as well, Jay, but I don't know. We'll see. 6.5, 5, 4, 7. What's the score going to be? I've got a 1-0 win. We'll get onto that very briefly, but I don't know yet. I still don't know. 9, 7, 5, 8. Let's have a quick scroll. I just there's a lot. There's more confidence. To be fair, there's more confidence in the chat than I was expecting to some extent. But at the same time, I don't know. Jennifer's hitting a 7 out of 10. I just, if you're talking on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably at a 6.5 sounds about right. I think we've got it in us. I think we've got a team out that could do it. There's some bits and pieces here that I'm a bit concerned about. Masuaku obviously is an obvious one. I'm a bit concerned leaving Fornells out because also at a back of 5, I would just put Fornells in at left wing back. I don't know. There's a lot of bits and pieces here that concern me, but at the same time, we do have the belief right now, and there were bits and pieces that concerned me against Sevilla, and we went on and we did that. There's a lot going on right now, and I can't ever take right now the way we are playing right now. I can never count us out of a game. I'm not going to sit here and say an 8 or a 9 because I'm just not that confident, right? Would I say a 7? I'm probably not that confident, but a 6.5. I'm saying it's in us. I'm saying it is 100% in us. I can't lie to you. Would you rather a Kane winner in the World Cup final or Rice winner in the Europa League final? From a player standpoint, probably Rice in the Europa League final. If you'd ask me, would I rather West Ham win the Europa League or England win a World Cup? I would have to think about it a lot more. I would have to think about it a lot more. My gut says England win a World Cup because everyone can enjoy that. But at the same time, I don't know. We'll have to see. But when you're talking about specific players, Rice winner in the Europa League. Also, it would shut me up because he could score from outside the box. I wouldn't be able to say anything for once. Masuaku will be our secret weapon. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think how do I word this? I guess another concern of mine, looking at the formation, rolling across the bottom of your screen, by the way. And hey, listen, if you're looking for a way to watch the game today, you can't because you don't have Sky Sports, you live elsewhere in the world where it's not being shown, or you don't have Paramount Plus in the US where I think it's being shown, then there's ways you can do it. Definitely have a look. Scroll down into the link in the description below. It says join our Discord. It's completely free to join. Lovely Hammers Chat West Ham community, but fans of all clubs are welcome. However, more importantly, on the left-hand side, if you scroll down, you will find a bit called Stream Links, which will have what you're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. While we're here, actually, I will also say this. Thank you very much for everyone for the Sevilla stream. The biggest watch-along we've had by such a significant distance. I mean, it was genuinely massive. And I'm not saying that in a West Ham sense. I'm saying it was just bananas large. It was massive. I checked the day after, we had 1.2k likes, which is mad. So thank you very much. Genuinely, massively appreciated. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we do these watch-alongs every single match day. I've missed one in the entire time we've done this, and that was because work literally I couldn't move. I tried as much as I could, and I couldn't. So because I do it by myself, I need you here. It's not Hammers Chat watch along. It's not my watch along. It's our watch along. We do it together. We do it as a unit, and I need you to back me on this. So basically, come get involved. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video. We'll see if we can hit that 300 goal. Ryan says, "I swear this guy knows absolutely nothing about football." I know a lot about football, Ryan. I don't know, maybe as much. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way of calling myself an idiot. I'm an idiot, Ryan, is what I'm saying. I'm an idiot. I know a hell of a lot about football, but I'm an idiot. Let's not stress that out. If you're looking for links in the Discord, they should be up relatively soon. We usually put them out just before kickoff, and then they start to work just before kickoff. That's the idea. James, good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Come on, West Ham, get it today. 3-4-3 is the system. Let's do this. Yeah, we'll see. I hope so. Big plays, James. If you haven't already subscribed, of course, E20's on TV. James doing videos non-stop. Man's going about the country, yeah? He's in a... I'm watching James's shorts, reacting to games just after it happened, reacting to the Europa League draw the other day. He's in a park, walking down the street. It's trees. I'm like, that can't be London. There's trees in there. Man's out and about doing bits. I'm just saying. I have some bells on standby to make up for your absence. Thank you much, man. Thank you. I do, like I say, I do think that I have oranges, but I'm not entirely certain. We'll have to... I'll check at halftime. Maybe I'll check at halftime. Listen. I argue about snacks more than anyone else does. This, if anything, they got it from me. I was the person who's. I'm not gonna. If you go back, right? If you go back and you watch the first ever, we did like a live stream, Deadline Day live thing. First one we did, it was probably 11, 12 videos into Hammers Chat or something. And I'm sat there eating a Subway in it. So, you know, I'm the person who was bringing that sort of heat early doors. Anyway. Afternoon Charlie would take a point today. That's a question, actually. Just before we go to the next bits, everyone, really quickly, yes or no? And in fact, I'll put a poll in chat. I'll put a poll in chat so we can talk about other things as we go. But I'm interested. Would you take a draw today? Would you? That's not how you spell. Would you take a draw? I just want to see what people's opinions are right now, this second, because I think later on in the game, our minds might change. But I'm just interested. There's a poll in the chat now, just above your comments right now. Have a little click. Let me know whether or not you take a draw. I'm intrigued, ladies and gentlemen. I'm intrigued. You should seriously email Baby Bell for a partnership. I might try. I doubt they'll get back to me, but I'll find an email. I'll find their PR person on LinkedIn or whatever. You know, Michael, good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Right. While we're talking about that, while we have that poll going on in chat, let's have a quick bit of some big go as well, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? This is, of course, the game in which we decide when David Moyes will make his first substitution. I don't need the players. I just need the minutes. I'll put the West Ham subs up in case you're interested. I'm going 69 minutes as per usual, and it will be 4 nows for Masuaku. I think that's wrong, but I'm backing it anyway. 4 nows. No, 4 nows for Ben Rama. That's what it'll be. 4 nows for Ben Rama at 69 minutes. Ben Rama, most subbed player in West Ham, or in the league right now. 4 nows probably going to come on. If he's fit, 69 minutes. That's what I'm saying. Let's have a look at what some of these people said for the yes or no's at least. And a herring for Vlasic. Allow herrings, bruv. Not keen. Not keen. Yes, no, need the win. Nope, gamble for the win. Love that. Nope. Some difference of opinions there. I'm intrigued, though. I'm intrigued. Got BN biscuits today. Big. Love that. Chris, good to see you, sir. How are you? You got 3-2 to Mike Hams. Big place. Tell everyone about the potato. Look, if I had the opportunity to have roast potatoes on tap for today's match, trust me, I would. I would say that for most days in general. But we don't have any in the house. Also, I woke up way too late. That's why I'm hungry, because food's playing on my mind. At halftime, I'll have to make a ham sandwich or something. We move. 72nd minute. Pablo Fornals for Saeed Ben Rama. Took me a while there, Harrison. I tried to... My PF8 just blew my mind. I could not get a grasp on what it was. I was like, pray. I was thinking, like M8, like mate, like that. Thank you very much. I was struggling there. 90 minutes. Moyes replacing Conte as an elite manager. M. Collingwood coming in with the fire. You love to see it. 63rd minute. Antonio injury for Yarmo. Don't scare me like that, Gaza. Do not scare me like that. Scary times. 45 minutes. Yarmolenko for Masuaku. 72nd minute. Yarmo for Ben Rama. 100% take a draw, but would love a win. Okay. We'll deep sit, Barry. We'll deep sit, but I see where you're coming from. Lewis, 72nd minute, 4 nows for Benny. 68 minutes, says Richard West. Where else we at? 4 nows for Masuaku. 45-minute tactical switch. Okay. I'm picking up what you're throwing down, Jordan. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I've seen it. I've gone, oh, what's he dropped there? I'm intrigued. Yama for Masuaku is a big call. Judas, my trustworthy friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Michael, 70th minute. 4 nows for Benny. GP, 67th minute. 80th minute, says Chris Carson. 76th minute. Do or die. It's a big statement. 70th minute. Ben Rama. You're probably not wrong, James. Let's be real about it. 72nd minute. Lewis. Yeah, some good calls in it. I can't lie. Vlasic for Antonio, 79th minute, 85th minute. Nobes for Benny to protect a lead. I'd be here for it. Steve C's gone with maybe the strongest shout of all, which is no subs. And I don't necessarily disagree. Gazza's coming. Gazza, I smell really good right now. I'm not going to lie, lads. Big place. Big plays, Gaza. Love that from you. 90th minute, Antonio offer our new secret weapon signing, Jordan Hugo, who appears on Smoking Stick. Come on. Do I have the picture still in here? I don't think I do. What's this one? There he is. I couldn't even remember. I've saved it as image 6 on here. That could have been anything. That was a risky prospect. Oh, do you want to see something beautiful? Wait, hang on. Do you want to see something beautiful? Bang. The boys. The boys. It was a risky maneuver for me, but I took it. I smell like beef. Anyway. I never have enough of anyone, Leo. Never have enough of anyone. Elvis coming through, 83rd minute. Diop off for Lanzini to shut for a 1-0 win. I would take that all day, Elvi. I can't lie to you. I would take that all day. And I would take a 1-0. Let's have a look at people. Would you take a draw? Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, the poll is currently at 50-50. I crap you not. It is literally 50-50. I'll give it until just before kickoff, and we'll see where it's at. But it's currently 50-50. All the no's are taking it. They're steaming forward. Spin-off Always Sunny, Hugo and DeVito. I would love that. I would love it. Well, let's step forward in this, right? Let's step forward to the final question of the day before we get to the actual match itself, because we are 5 minutes away from kickoff. So I'll lob this at you. Score predictions. You've seen the teams. You've seen the vibes, right? We've spoken about meat, all right? Big plays. What are your score predictions? Lob them in the chat right now. We are 5 minutes away from kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. While you do that, I'll remind you that you can have a look on there. Also on the Discord, by the way, is our prediction league, our prediction competition. Make sure to go and get involved in that and score predictions on the left-hand side. It's a beautiful thing set up by the very intelligent H and Ben, of course. They are the smart ones. It's got nothing to do with me. I tried to help and failed. Oh, big move. Hang on. Crap. I don't want to demonetize myself, but you know what I'm saying. What do I think of crap? Here we go. Yes, but make sure to go and get involved over there as well, because it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing building across the course of a season. Tables, all that stuff. It's good. It's good. 2-1 to us. Come on, you irons. Love that. Just ordered a foot long from Subway. Thanks a lot, Charlie. I'm supposed to be dieting. Lewis, I'm sorry, but enjoy it, my friend. What foot long did you get? Come on, give us deals. I need it. 2-1 to the Hammer, says Josh. Love that. 4-4, JB Gray. Bloody hell. GP 3-2. I think we'll pinch it. 2-1, says Dover Kiwi to Spurs. I can see it happening as well. 3-1 to us. 2-1. West Ham 2-0 win. 2-1, 2-0. LV says 1-0 win. Dedicated to Scott Hall, my guy. I can't. It's just odd to think that he's no longer like. It's just odd to me. What was the line? The one that got everyone was retweeting because it's such a banger. The one from the Hall of Fame speech. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. That one. And the bit before it, I can't remember what the bar before it is, but it's one man. 2-1 to us. Love that. Baron Von Long. 2-1 to us. 2-1 to the Irons. 3-2 West Ham. Antonio Dawson Yarmo. Love that. 1-1 says Chuck. I can see it. I can't lie to you. 3-2 to West Ham. 2-1 to the Hammers. Yarmo off the bench. Big plays. 4-0. Conte walks out at half-time. Sol Campbell-esque. 3-2 to the Mighty Hannah is going to be a blinding game. Big plays. I'll say this, Leo. It's kind of not my job. I could do, and then just say, oh, I needed it. But if it gets bad, then we'll see. But we usually tend to deal with it pretty okay. And to be honest with you, I do have a bunch of mods. It's just none of them watch anymore. They all left me. So it is what it is. So we'll see. But we'll see, Leo. Potentially. Obviously going to be 7-0. Huge. Let's have a look at the end. We'll end this poll now. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the poll is ending now, and it's 51% to 49%. We are not taking a point today, ladies and gentlemen. We're not taking a point. The chat has spoken. We have put it together. We could have done it, but 51% said no. 49% said yes. 150 votes. The chat has spoken. Therefore, I'm back on a 2-1 win West Ham. Come on. We got this. We are just over a minute away from kickoff now, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'll say this as per usual. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. This isn't Hammer's Chat Watch Along. It's not my Watch Along. It's our Watch Along. I do this by myself, so you are just as big a part of it as always. And I need you here to make this a thing. Otherwise, I'm just shouting into the void like a weirdo. So make sure if you haven't already to subscribe, because we do watch alongs every single match day here on this channel. There's only been one in 2 years. There's not been one. There's only been one in 2 years. So make sure if you haven't already, I've just clicked my thing and it's gone to car racing, so that's bad. So make sure if you haven't already to subscribe. And while you're there, like the video. The last one we had was the most successful by any metric. It was probably the biggest viewed. It was the one with the most. It was just the one with the most It was insane. It was insane how large that last one was. And so if you want to get involved again, hit that like button, smack that like button. Am I saying we're going to reach that again? Definitely not. There is a chance of us reaching that number again. However, let's see what we can get to. 300 likes is usually the goal for the stream, and we are already at 236. So 300 seems incredibly plausible today. Not quite the over 1,000 we got last time, but trust me, it'll be big. I do have the stream up. I will, of course, my television, Sky Sports television, and I'm not watching it on the USA Network in North Idaho. Don't know what you're talking about. I do have a timer, of course, above Danny's head. It will be able to tell you exactly how far behind you I am, because I will be slightly behind you. That's just the way life works. Unfortunately, it is what it is. That said, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from a big old match in the Premier League. The battle for 6th place in a lot of senses, potentially. West Ham United versus Tottenham at New Tottenham Stadium, or whatever it's called now. I don't remember, but it's going to be a big match, and I want you all to get involved and hang around. We'll be live throughout the entirety of the game, so stick around, get involved in the chat. We'll have big combos about what's going on in the game. Halftime, Geo might come back. I don't know. He's not very well. I don't know if you heard that, but Geo might come back and help me out so I can run for the toilet. Maybe he'll get locked in the living room again, huh? And then at full time, of course, we'll go through all the way till then. And then at full time, I'll hand over to Geo Gonzo, who'll be doing that live match review. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to kick off in the Premier League. Lanzini is going to take it. West Ham to take it. They take the knee before, of course, taking kickoff. Lanzini to take it, and we are underway. Come on, you Irons. Deploy the boys. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham versus West Ham United. We win this, we go 5th. We lose, we drop down to 7th. We've gone for what looks early doors, does look like a back three, early doors. I need a button. He said early doors. I need an early doors button. It does look like we're playing 3 at the back. Masuaku with an awkward pass straight into the path of Tottenham. Kane tries to put it through to Son, but Kurt Zuma just sweeping up that one. Lanzini dropping very deep as well. Some nice layup play with Rice, but he didn't really have many options there. Rice plays it into the feet of Antonio, who was marked by like 8 people. It wasn't going to happen. If we win, we have a haircut. Just to annoy you, Jimmy? No, I won't. Listen, if we win, I'll shave. How about that? I'll go. How about I meet you in the middle, Jimmy? I'll meet you in the middle, Jimmy. Will you take a shave? Don't know if you'll get a haircut, my friend. And in fact, I can tell you for a fact, you won't get a haircut. The more people tell me to, the less I'll do it. But shave, I'll meet you in the middle. Madman, good to see you. I'll pick my nose and call me normal. Have you got like a book of just all of these? Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Let's play how many times will Masuaku give the ball away? Once. Okay, Josh. Listen, it encourages engagement in the stream, which can only do good for numbers. But yeah, once so far. I'm interested if part of the reason maybe he's gone to a back 3 is the danger of Son, and then you put Zuma as the right centre back. He's more likely to get involved with that. We'll see. Oh no, he's just passed the ball though. Masuaku, fair play to him. He's kept that one in. We'll give him that. You know. Jimmy Jones with $4.99. Thank you very much, sir. I'll pay. Listen, I'm not getting a haircut. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Jimmy Jones. Okay, and there was an incident that maybe he was pulled back there. Referee says no. Correctly, in my opinion. Still do that across now as well. Do that across as well. It's about halfway. Yeah, that's probably about halfway. Thank you very much, though, Jimmy. I appreciate the $4.99 regardless. AJ can't win the title here, and I can't see Spurs doing it either. Love that, Ace. Love that. Big plays, mate. Big plays. Respect it immensely. Scott tried to come up with ones every time. Okay. Right. Well, two heads, putting them together. I respect it. They're always bangers. I was just surprised that you have so many of them. I mean, the format you can work with, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Keep the hair, Charlie. It must be 2 years of investment there. October 2020 was the last time I had it cut. The beard just comes and goes, and the beard is way too long at the moment. It's way too long. It's an issue. But yeah, no, the haircut October 2022. West Ham playing the ball around in midfield here. Lanzini dropping deep, as you would expect to get involved. That does really mean it's Antonio. It's Antonio and Ben Rama up front, sort of as a unit. Yeah, which is I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that he's the one to stay forward. It makes sense, but I would be a bit concerned. Well, to be fair, we're going to be so deep today. Souček getting forward and puts it into an area. It's not into a bad area. It wasn't the best cross you're ever going to see in your life, and Dyer almost flops it himself, but still. We'll see how that one plays out, but I'm not surprised that's the way it's gone. Max Verstappen having problems in the F1. Is he? I haven't been keeping up. I need to catch up. I keep meaning to watch F1 every year. I haven't watched it like a full season every race since it left the BBC. And every year I'm like, right, I'm gonna start watching F1 again, and then I just forget every single time. It's because I do this. I've just got so much going on at weekends, so much work, so much work. How about get some Antonio braids if he scores? Strong no. Strong no. Scary. Intercepted there by Ben Johnson. Awkward touch from Thomas Souček. Ends up in the feet of Reguilon for Spurs down the left-hand side, trying to take on Ben Johnson. Lays it back instead to Son. Good defending. Good defending again. Just giving them not much. Not much, basically. West Ham. We're sitting very deep, holding off Tottenham. We're doing what we do. We compact ourselves. The 5 compact, and it's giving Tottenham are getting forward with the wing backs, but there's not much space there. And then even if you go centrally, you've got people like Zuma, Dawson, Rice, Souček, and Cresswell in very quick succession in a little block. And it's difficult to break through. It's work so far. You can see why the setup works. There's always conversations when we do play a back 5, and it does definitely look like a back 5 at this point. There's always conversations when we set up as a back 5 on whether or not Zoom with a big old searching ball looking for Antonio, who almost managed to battle his way for it. You look at it. We always have this discussion whenever we play a back 5. Is it, it's too defensive, and then people go, well, you can be attacking at a back 5, which is very true. Conte's a great example of it. Nicely done by Said Benrahma, nutmegs the player, and then falls over, gets up, plays the ball to Lanzini. Very nicely done there. You look at it and you say, right, you could be an attacking back 5, but we aren't. We're just not, and that's okay. That's not a bad thing. You look at it right now and you see exactly why. That defending, that compactness that works for us, that's why we're playing it here. We're gonna hopefully stifle Spurs and then try to hit them on a counter-attack, which is what we do anyway in a 4-2-3-1. It's just in a slightly different method of doing it, right? Which I'm happy to see. I'm happy to, as long as it's not Fornals. And to be fair, even if Fornals was injured, there's other ways he could have gone about this game. It's a tactical decision, and I'm happy to see David Moyes. It's a bit of an awkward pass from Zuma there, West Ham. Just a couple of more awkward passes later managed to work their way out of it, but it was very awkward for a second. I'm happy to see him actually make a change in terms of trying to take it to the opposition, I'm going to change my tactics because of how they play. They play at 5 at the back. I'm going to match them, make it more difficult for them, and it still sort of does what we do. I like that. I think as much as the idea of let's make other teams think about us, let's make them change for us, let's play our game. And that's, as much as you want to do that, and I strongly agree, yes, as much as you want to do that, changing it up for your opposition is never a bad thing, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We're getting pushed back fairly regularly here. Not super keen on it. Not super keen on it. Masuaku there losing out to Doherty. Kane charges through, pulls it back. Son hits it. It's 1-0. It might be an own goal for Kurt Zuma. It looks like he was in there. It's deflected up and over. We were getting pressed back consistently. We kept getting pushed further and further back into our defense. It was really well worked by Spurs, to be fair. It kept getting pushed back into deeper positions, more annoying positions, and basically doing to us what we do to other teams, forcing us to pass it around in awkward ways, in awkward positions there. And Cresswell, bad error in judgment, trying to pass to Masuaku in that space. Masuaku would have to do a lot from that position. That's more Cresswell's fault, in my opinion. I think that is of Zuma last time. Basically, Alpha Masuaku loses out the ball. They come flying forward. Doherty finds Harry Kane on the underlap, takes it to the byline, pulls it across, and it actually goes past Son and deflects off Kurt Zuma's leg, and it's in the net. It's 1-0, and it's Kurt Zuma with the own goal. Shame, mountain to climb, as it were. West Ham. Antonio hits it. Antonio, that was such a good opportunity. Holy moly, I was changing the scoreline. Tottenham passing it around. Again, the exact opposite thing. We're just putting them into awkward positions. And Harry Kane, I don't know who it is. Maybe not Harry Kane, maybe Reguilon. I think it is Harry Kane. Tries to play it across. And Antonio just comes in and collects it off of Eric Dyer, bullies him off, and then hits it towards that bottom corner. It was incredibly close. Incredibly close. Frustrating. Masuaku's at fault for that goal. I don't care what anyone says. No strength whatsoever. I think it's Cresswell, but I think you can also. It's not saying Masuaku's blameless. I would just also say that it is Masuaku. It is Cresswell. I think you can. I think you can put it. I think you can twist and turn it 3 different directions. But for me, you would say it's both of them. It's not just one or the other. I've just noticed the time is broken. Don't know what's going on there. That's something I need to fix. Yeah, it is what it is. I think it's that thing where you say Geo likes to say it, right? And I hate the fact I'm quoting him because he says it all the time and it pisses me off. But if you show me a goal, I'll show you a mistake. Cresswell, there's 4 passes in the build up to Masuaku losing it out, which were just increasingly dangerous and increasingly risky. And then he passes it to Masuaku in a space that really shouldn't have done. He should have gone back across. Oh, that's a great opportunity again for Spurs. Son! Off the post. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Jesus Christ. Kulusevski just flies off of Cresswell, and there's a huge amount of space in that side. Rice trying to come across, Dawson trying to come across. Rice can't stop it. Kane does really well just to pull that back for Son. Oh no, it's Kulusevski who pulls it back off Kane and then hits it off the post by Son. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Not keen, ladies and gentlemen. Not keen. My God. I don't have any. Could be a long day, ladies and gentlemen. Could be a long day. We'll see where it goes. Still. Todd, I saw you get involved, by the way, somewhere through the wound of that. I hope you're well, bro. I hope you're well. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm starting to get that feeling a little bit. Regular on to Davis. Powell drives it across and just Zuma stops it. Oh, nice control by Johnson, who plays it out nicely. Fair play, Ben Johnson. Fair play, Ben Johnson. It didn't quite work out, but he's done a good job there. There was a lot of space there at left centre back. Cresswell obviously vacating it to get forward, and when he loses out on the ball, there's all of a sudden a huge amount of space, and Declan Rice goes all ball over the top looking for Son, can't quite find it. There was a lot of space all of a sudden in that left centre back position, and it doesn't fill me with confidence. You know, you're looking at those three. You're looking at Kulishevsky. Kulisevsky. I'm going to say it wrong every time, and we're all just going to have to deal with that. I apologize, sir. They just passing once again, playing it, looking for Zuma. Jesus Christ. Son, sorry, not Zuma. Ball played across the box, lost out in an awkward position. And Dawson just managing to stop it out last second, but some just suicide. We are playing off defensively. We are all over the shop. We're making something happen up front. Like I said, there was a good opportunity for Antonio just before their second, before they hit the post. But defensively, we are at 6s and 7s right now. I'll say it now. I think playing back three was maybe a mistake. Asking Cresswell to get forward, which is what we do in that position. Rice Diag nowhere near to Johnson, asking a bit too much of him. But yeah, I think playing through at the back might have been a bit of a mistake in a sense of asking Cresswell to get forward, which is what he naturally wants to do in that position from that left centre back role. Getting forward is a very dangerous thing when you have when you have Kulishevsky. Thank you very much, Belka. Kulishevsky. I'm going to nail it now. Look at this. Legendary. I'm going to nail that every single time. Kulishevsky, who lost the ball after Cresswell. Cresswell, it was Arthur was the person with the last touch, but he couldn't exactly do anything with it with the place he was given the ball. That's why I say Cresswell, but it is what it is. Asking Cresswell to get forward in this formation is fine, and that works a lot of the time and everything else. And I'm not saying that wouldn't work today, but when you have Kulishevsky on one side, you have Son on the other, they can switch up. You have Kane dropping deep, pulling defenders out of position, finding those through balls to him. I can't. It's very dangerous to have a centre back stepping that far up the pitch, that high up the pitch, and then you see the space there for the post, the one where Tottenham just hit the post. That was exactly the space they went into, the space that was vacated by Cresswell. We'll see. West Ham with a throw. Unsurprisingly, it's been awful so far with this throw-in. Mikel Antonio getting yanked about like nobody's business. But West Ham keep the ball in a decent position. More far forward at this point. Zuma, Johnson, Ben Rama looking to take on Reguilon. Lays it short instead to Lanzini. West Ham playing the ball around here. We're deep inside. We've got Tottenham pinned back, trying to pass the ball around, trying to find a bit of space. Zuma plays it out to Ben Rama, looking to try and shift it onto his right foot to cross it. He's trying to be shown onto his weak foot by Son. Doesn't quite happen. It's good. That's a good cross. Antonio can't quite get the head on it. It's a goal kick. He does get the final touch on it, but it was a good cross. Good cross. Good shaker. Hey, dude. That's the only Kula Shaker songs I've got. That's the only Kula Shaker song I've got. That's all you're getting from me. I apologize. I tried. Good song. Hey, dude. Good song. Ben Rama with a very good cross. I usually don't think he's that good at crossing, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I think that was very good. As well, maybe playing him on the right is the answer. Maybe playing him on the right is the answer. Who knows? Lee, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well, brother Lee. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well, sir. Antonio loves a goal versus Spurs. Yeah. Young Son for dust. Yeah, Son was trying to show him onto his weaker left foot, and he manages to find a space to put the cross in, and it was a good whip. Some good whip on that one. Kane hits it from range. Was maybe looking for Reguilon at a far back post, but doesn't quite happen. Lanzini loves goals in the London Derby in general. Yeah, he just does in general, doesn't he? Just does in general. What is the Southampton score? They were winning. They were losing earlier, right? I don't know what it is though. It's the FA Cup match, isn't it? Am I baffed? I might be baffed. Who knows? Harry Kane is an elite player. He's world class. He is world class. I'm not one of these West Ham fans who isn't going to sit here and praise certain things about Tottenham, like just because they're Tottenham. He's world class. Him and Son are both world class players. Like, just is. Oh, it's a good ball from Kane there to Doherty. Looking to try and pull it. Looking for Kulusevski. Couldn't quite find him. Lanzini does well to cut that one out. Pass to Not sure who, just cleared away. I think it was Masuaku. Antonio losing out to Romero, but West Ham winning the ball back as Tottenham go forward. Rice, crossfield pass, looking for Ben Johnson. Bit awkward there, but still making it work. This is Tottenham so far. Tottenham in control of this one so far. You can't put it any other way, really. The chances we have had chances. Antonio header there he couldn't rise up to really get any good sort of purchase on it or anything like that. But the Antonio opportunity for the header there was good. The shot from Antonio early on in the game as well, that was good. But they feel like they're against the grain. This feels like it's all Tottenham right now. Harry Kane dropping deep, finding Son. Good position. Son now, he's got 8 people ahead of him, but he's trying to find the space. Goes across the entire length of the pitch. Finds Kulusevski. Son's there again. He lays it short instead to Bentancur. They're just playing it around here, Tottenham. West Ham we've dropped deep into an okay formation, maybe a bit spread out, maybe not as spread out as I would like to see, but you know. Slowly getting forced back, Tottenham. Good defensive work rate. Antonio does really well there. And Declan Rice benefits from that. Cuts it out. Nice little passing triangle between him, Cresswell, and Masuaku. Gets the ball out of the way of Tottenham's presence. Souček, Johnson. Back to Souček. We're on about the halfway line here. Passing it around. There's West Ham sort of fairly deep in Tottenham's half, despite us being sort of in and around the halfway line right now. We've got numbers forward. No one in really any interesting positions. Where again, we're trying to do what we always do, right? We're trying to work it out to the fullback positions in advanced areas, making wing backs today and get those crosses in. It's not quite working right now, but it is what it is. Rice plays it short to Ben Johnson. Pardon me twice. My stomach is kicking off. Apologies. Benrahma, Rice again, whips it across this time to Cresswell, who controls it down nicely. He's in a good area for maybe a cross. Said places Masuaku's cross hits the first man. It's going to be a West Ham throw on the left-hand side. A bit lacking in our play right now. We have possession, which is nice, but we're passing it around with no real threat, no real zhuzh, no real pace. We're just sort of vaguely passing it around with it doesn't feel like we really know what we're doing with it. I think we're trying to find the fullbacks, or we're trying to find crossing positions. But every time we get a little bit forward, we're very quick to turn around and pass it backwards again. Yeah, we really are. I don't know. There's not a lot to us right now. Romero foul on Antonio there, about as easy as like. I don't know, James. It's a great shout. I don't know. It's an unreal shout. I won't lie. It's an unreal shout. I have no idea, mate. I have no idea. Cross Dyer, says Ionix. Yeah. How did that game turn out? Because I honestly don't know. You're like, look how that game's turned out. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how it turned out, but I'm hoping it went strong. The North Idaho TV network is providing good quality stuff. You love to see it. Big ups to North Idaho television infrastructure. You know what I mean? About as professional a foul you're going to see there, I think, by Declan Rice. Was it Declan Rice or was it Craig Dawson? It was one of them. So it was definitely one of them. I think it was Dawson. I couldn't tell who it was. Son controls it. Oh, it was Dawson. Yeah, it's Rice was just next to him. Okay. No offense. What's up with the rash? Yeah, no, I have a skin condition that just makes my skin mad red all of the time. it is what it is. Like, I can't, honestly, I'll be honest with you, Chris. Yeah, I've genuinely thought, like, is there like, because my mum has it, other people in my family have it, and I've thought about like just getting flipping like because you can see how bad it is. Honestly, I should show you something. I don't have any on here, but if I could show you the pictures of me and my mum from the other day, we went out for a walk the other day, and my face was as red as you've ever seen a face. It was insane. But I've obviously thought about like makeup and stuff. Don't care. Life goes on, innit? Life goes on. What can you do? Sometimes you're dealt these blows. Sometimes you're dealt these blows. Some days it's better. Some days it's not. Some days it's bad. Today, it's not great. It's not great. It's not great. Appreciate it, though. No offense taken. No offense taken. Out to Kane. Oh, that's a great ball for Son. It's two. It's two. It's two. That is a goal. That is a goal. Harry Kane drops deep. Ping. It's as Tottenham as you like. Harry Kane drops deep, finds the assist for Son in what can only be described as day following night. A beautiful ball through, and he has a lot to do, to be fair, Son, from there. He does genuinely have a lot to do. Looking at the replay here, Harry Kane has basically stood on Declan Rice, and the ball through to Son is beautiful. And again, he does have a lot to do. He's one-on-one with Zuma. Like I said, I thought maybe we went to the 3-back to try and put Zuma on Son to try and stop that. A step over, puts Kurt Zuma, just wrong foots him ever so slightly, and such a good finish. Such a good finish from Son. Just absolutely slaps it into the top right-hand corner. The 5-at-the-back experiment has not worked. Tottenham are currently in complete and utter control of this game with no real threats of a reply right now. It is Tottenham 2, West Ham United 0. Look, if we look at it, okay, let's be honest about this. We'll look at it in it. First of all, we'll look at it in a negative sense. Tottenham are completely and utterly in control of this game. We've played exactly into their hands. The 3-at-the-back hasn't worked in any way, shape, or form. Harry Kane is dropping deep and completely running the game. Kulusevski and Son are flying through there, finding consistent space and time. Rice and Souček are both too far up the pitch. Rice was on Kane there. Kane spun him like he doesn't even exist. Souček's nowhere to be seen. We are higher up the pitch than maybe we should be. It's going very, very, very poorly. It's going very poorly right now. 2-0 to Tottenham so far, and it's not fun in any way, shape, or form. Now, to look at it positively, we've had opportunities. We have had two fairly decent. We've had one great opportunity. We've had a half chance with the Antonio header from the Ben Rama cross, showing there is space there for us to do something in. We haven't managed to do anything with that yet, but there is space for us to do stuff with. And of course, there is the infinite, never-ending sort of backroom thing in the back of all of our minds. We've done them from 3-0 down at this place before. We've done it before, and we can do it again. All it took was a mild turnaround, and then we came flying back at them. We were 3-0 down in whatever minute it was, bang, 3-3. It's happened before. It can happen again. And like I said before the game, I'm not steaming with confidence. I'm not coming into this game thinking, oh my God, we've got this so easy. Ben Johnson does well there against Reguilon, does really well. All right. Corner. Good work by Ben Johnson there and Reguilon, by the way. Yeah, one of those ones where I wasn't steaming with confidence. I wasn't coming into this thinking, oh my God, we're going to batter them. Oh my God, we're going to smack them about. No, but I said 6.5 for a result for a reason. And the reason being, you can't count us out right now. We are a good enough team you just can't, right? Look at the Sevilla, look at the games around it, Aston Villa. We are good enough right now to say, even if we do go down, we can maybe come back at this. Right now, I can't see where it's coming from. And I'm starting to feel like we're going to have to change formation to 4 at the back at halftime. But honestly, It's fine. I don't even. It just today it's not working. I don't mind three at the back. I honestly don't mind three at the back in general as a formation. When we changed to it, I was a bit confused because we've been so good with four at the back. But whatever, maybe it was to match Spurs. I'm fine with it. As I said, today is it working? It's not. Let's be honest, it's not working, and that's okay. It happens sometimes. Son looking for Reguilon, but he does a bit awkwardly there. Lanzini and Ben Johnson just can't do anything with it. Say Lanzini, sorry, it was side Ben Rama. Reguilon trying to find the ball in. Ben Johnson gets the block. Ben Johnson, I'll be honest with you, he's having an all right game. Ben Johnson is having an okay game. The goals are coming down his side, but they look more like they're... Well, actually, to be fair, the first one came down the right-hand side, but the goals coming down from their side, but it's more of a Kurt Zuma problem, which is... I'm as shocked as you are that we can say that. But... we've got... Part of the problem here, I feel like, is we are trying... So we are committing numbers forward. A lot of the time, we're seeing Declan Rice wave people forward. We're seeing, waving Souček forward, waving probably Johnson and Masuaku to some extent forward. We are relatively keen to get numbers forward. The problem with the three at the back formation is to commit numbers forward, you're taking away from the defensive solidity because you just have less attacking players on the pitch. And so when we're pushing forward, when Rice is pushing forward, when Souček's pushing forward, it's leaving acres of space for Harry Kane. That's a good ball over the top again, and bloody hell, Fabianski comes out and does it with his feet and then just clears it forward. It's leaving acres of space for Harry Kane to just drop into and completely run the game. It's maybe one of the... It's a mistake. It's a mistake. And that needs to be rectified. And I think maybe changing to the 4-2-3-1 will solve that. You have two defensive midfielders. That means one of them is likely to be more deep. You still have the wing backs going forward. You still essentially have three at the back because Rice can drop in and deal with that. It's just right now. It's what it is. Ben Johnson, defensively sound, go forward. He's suspects at times. He's definitely not wing back. He's great defensive right back. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Josh. I'd agree with that. I think I'd agree with everything you said. Back five, all playing terribly, to be fair, not just Masuaku. Yeah, I agree with that, Bloodless. I agree with that. Dawson, maybe he's playing okay apart from that. And even then, I wouldn't say super well. Masuaku fouling Harry Kane there. It's going to be a free kick for Spurs. Who's on the bench? The bench is Areola, Fredericks, Diop, Noble Crow, Vlasic, Fornals, Perkins, and Yarmolenko. Fornals feels like an obvious one. Fornals for Masuaku, quite straight swap. Going back to the 4-2-3-1. Feels obvious. We'll see, but it feels obvious. Whipped in by Son, looking for maybe for Kane, but nodded away by Declan Rice straight to Tottenham. You have the ball, try to work their way back forward again. Højbjerg looking for a shot. Deflects off Dawson. Left-footed shot from Reguilon from range goes high and wide. This is also one of those games where you look at it and you just say, well, we need more depth. We need to sign more players. It's all well and good taking our time, but it's frustrating when it's frustrating when, if we're being honest, it's frustrating when we're being honest, these players have been so good, but you can't just keep playing them every single game when we have Europe. And there is an element of looking tired. I don't want to say that tiredness is the issue here, but there is definitely an element of looking tired in this right now. They don't seem super on it by any stretch of imagination. There seems to be a lot of lethargic maneuvers happening, and having maybe more than 11 players would help with that. But it's going to happen. Look, I'll be honest with you, lose today, win in Europe, I'm fine with that. I kind of would take that. That's bad to say. I agree. Don't get me wrong, but the idea of winning today, losing today, but because we won against Sevilla and go through, I can do that. I can deal with that. Thank God the game of us looking absolutely shattered is now before the international break. Not going to help the likes of Antonio and the like. We're obviously flying all the way out halfway around the world to do international games or whatever, but it is helping us. Ben Rama, all bloodied. Bloody mouth, bleeding mouth, Saeed Ben Rama. Let's go. Let's go, James. Love that. Love that from you. I mean, harsh, but you're not wrong. Just remember that Spurs are the ultimate bottlers. Low-key, yes. To be fair, an OG and a deflected shot Fabianski could have saved. We need a personnel change. Could grab some draw. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. Play forward, looking for Masuaku, who wins a corner off of Doherty. I was like, what is that player? Who is he? It's Doherty, ladies and gentlemen. He is the right back for Spurs, Charlie. You absolute plum. Mate, the guy who said I don't know anything about football, maybe he was correct. Maybe he was correct. Maybe he was right all along. Maybe I don't know anything. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, corners West Ham. A good cross would be nice from this one, please, sir. Whoever's taking it. Zuma's in there. Dawson's in there. Whipped in by Cresswell, was good into a good area. Dawson rises, hits it. Benrahma! Come on! 2-1, ladies and gentlemen. Saeed Benrahma with the goal. Saeed Benrahma with the goal. Back in it. Back in it. Dawson nods it down. Whipped in from Cresswell into an awkward position, but it's made the most of it by Dawson. Attacks it well. One of those dipping and whipping ones, which just is odd to look at. Dawson nods it down. I don't think to Benrahma, to be honest with you. I think it's just completely miss it. I don't think he's it deflects off Doherty first, bounces off Dawson's head, and then on the volley, Benrahma running on. It's an awkward one to take first time, but he does into the net. You want to take it first time, make it difficult for Lloris in 2-1. Game on? Dare I say game on? Look at that. Hang on. Jimmy's on it. Game on. So even Jimmy's on it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see. We'll see. Fantastic finish. It definitely was, to be fair. Definitely was. Very difficult to take in that sort of position, and a very good finish. Fair play. Fair play. 2-1 to Tottenham. And now they're sat deep, and we're passing around a little bit faster. We're taking 2 touches now instead of 5. A little bit faster, although we're passing ourselves right back into problems again. Stop passing it around at the back so lackadaisically, West Ham. Jesus Christ, man. We're passing around so lackadaisically at the back. It felt like we were passing a little bit faster there. It felt like we had an opportunity to. We had the ball. All of their players were in their own half. That was the moment where we wanted to push it a little bit, press it a little bit, get on them a little bit, and instead we just were passing around at the back so much. It was just getting slower as we went, and then instantly they come in and take the opportunity on it. It's just like, bro, please. Son with the ball out on that left-hand side, taking it up against Rice and Johnson. Johnson and Rice doing well there, just marshalling him out. And Rice, just with no other options, just ends up punting it up the field. Benrahma can't quite get there. And now Spurs have been pushed back. Push them now, bruv. No, okay, it's fine. It's gone back. It's gone back again to Spurs going forward. Regulon out on the left-hand side, puts it in. Kane was there, Doherty was there. Neither of them can get it hooked away. Mikel Antonio. Dyer, it's going to be... Okay, no free kick, but... I felt like it was maybe a free kick, but I'd have to see the replay. But Anthony Taylor, Unreal. Antonio goes down, sort of looks towards the ref. Antonio comes to a standstill and just looks at Antonio, puts his hands on his hips like this, and as Antonio looks at him, just goes, unreal work. Unreal. Good refereeing. Good refereeing. Anyway, Spurs have the ball. Shock. Spurs have the ball. Shock. Son. See, this is the opportunity. Push them. You're standing still, West Ham. Please, just do anything. It's so frustrating when Tottenham literally stands still with the ball. And I'm not talking about they aren't moving forward. I'm talking about physically every single player on the pitch has stood still, and every West Ham player just stands there. It's like, bro, please do something, please. Son, good touch by Harry Kane, trying to find a space through for Kulusevski, but couldn't find it. But Tottenham regain possession again. We're just punting it out. Right now, we're just trying to clear our lines. We're just trying to punt it out of the way, and it's landing at Tottenham's defense every single time. We recollect the ball. And, what a Kulusevski, bro, with a lovely bit of techers. Harry Kane is a good shooting position. Scuffs it. The scuffster is back, ladies and gentlemen, and he has scuffed that one. Kulusevski, disgracefully techers there. Kane, who drops deep, finds position, tries to hit it. Yeah, it doesn't scuff it, to be fair. It's just not happening. Everywhere he goes, mate, especially in the wind. It's like, because like, if I take these off, right? Look at this, bro. Look at this. It's a mess. I'm walking about outside in the wind, and it's just mad. It's mad. We need to find a way of getting out of defense significantly better than this, because right now there was an opportunity. I felt like just after the goal, after kickoffs, we had the ball. They were sat deep. That was the moment you need to press. That was the moment you need to step to him. You put it on him, and you put him to bed. Not put him to bed, but you go bang. You put him to the swords. You're like, we're having you now. We're having you. And we didn't. We frankly, we just sat off, and the passing got slow again, and 2-touch turned to 3-touch, and lackadaisical passing, a lack of options, and they're all over us. I mean, like, formationally, they are all over us. We don't have the options. The problem with matching your opposition when it comes to formations is that you look at it and you say, well, realistically, that means every time we have the ball and we try to play it forward, they're going to have someone next to our man. That's just how that works. And so we're trying to play the ball forward. We've just not got options. Whereas Tottenham feel like... Whereas Tottenham, when they're going forward, they seem to have options. And it's probably because we've changed to a formation we're not super used to right now. Whereas this is their formation. Ball over the top there from looking for Son, but a clash between Reguilon and Johnson. It's going to be a free kick to West Ham. Hopefully Johnson's okay, because he's having a decent old game. A little bit, Jordan, I can't lie. Yarmolenko on second half for Antonio. I don't think it's Antonio's fault, man. I don't think Yarmolenko would do much better in this situation. We're giving Antonio the ball where he has to beat 3 Tottenham players and there's no one around him, and that's kind of the issue. I don't think Antonio is actually the issue yet. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no at all. I'm just saying not yet. Probably not yet. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Antonio does well there. Pressurized, wins the ball back for West Ham. Declan Rice looking for options. He could have passed to Masuaku about 8 years ago, but he doesn't. Masuaku now does have the ball. Turns, finds Cresswell. Masuaku again. Lanzini, West Ham working it up on his left-hand side here. Now try to play the ball across. Little switch up and play. Zuma has Johnson just ahead of him. Finds him. Back to Zuma. Johnson. Saïd Benrahma just ahead of him. Does well. Wins a corner off Reguilon. We'll take that. Corner. Opposite side this time. First one came from the left-hand side. This one's coming from the right. Aaron Cresswell's going to take the corner. Rice is there, Zuma's there, Antonio's there, Souček's there, all of the boys, all of the large gentlemen in and around the box. Antonio there just to annoy people, just to annoy Lloris, basically. Zuma, Rice, and Dawson just having a bit of a moment together. Oh, someone's gone down in the middle of the box there. It's going to be a free kick. It was under the pressure from Zuma. The ball got whipped in. Zuma pushes over someone in the box, and it's not good. Doesn't really matter. I mean, flipping Lloris came and claimed it strongly, but getting close to the end of the first half now. I think the commentator just said 2 minutes of added time potentially to be added on. So 2-1. What's another good opportunity for Spurs? Oh, there was a moment where the ball could have come into Son there. They're going to win a corner instead. 2-1, and you say, look, honestly, we're not out of it. We don't feel like we're in it, but we're not out of it, certainly. The goal has helped massively with that. It doesn't feel like we're in it at all, really. It feels like we get forward at times almost, but it feels more like Tottenham are a complete and utter control of this game. But thankfully, the goal has happened, and, you know, we're still in it because of it. Spurs to take the corner from the left-hand side. It's Son to take it. Whipped in. Nodded away by Ben Johnson. Looking for Ben Rama, who does well. Wins a free kick in the build-up for it. Wins a free kick. Well done by Ben Rama there. Is that the way we're going to have to try and get forward? Just go down easily in our own half and hope for the whatever, man. I'm giving up on that sentence. I'm giving up on that sentence. James says, Charlie, what is the most Vandergun thing you've ever done? It's a great question. Don't know. I've done some dumb things in my I don't know. Taken some big tumbles. I went down some stairs on a bike in a lot of stairs in a very stupid way. I don't know. I tend not to take risks in general in my life, but then sometimes I just go a bit mad and do something really stupid. But I tend to be the more sensible person. I don't know. What's the most undergun thing you've ever done? Let me know, James. I would say probably there's this massive staircase near where I live that I used to go down on my bike. I was the person who went down. Oh, and I go down that hill which has all the potholes. I don't know. Maybe something on my bike. I'm stupid on my bike. I can't lie to you. Trying to find his way forward. Masuaku just too many people crowding him out. Play forward. Declan Rice nods it down well to Lanzini. Back out to Cresswell. Rice is screaming for the ball. I'll be honest with you, mate. No one's finding you in that position. Whipped in. Souček's there. Ooh, can't quite get it. So Antonio picks it up and puts it into a really good area. And Souček just can't quite get on the end of it. It's a really nice cross from Mikel Antonio, but just not quite happening. The 2 minutes of stoppage time is almost up. And yeah, like I say, we're not out of it. I'm just not entirely certain we're in it. But we're not out of it. You know? Not given how badly I think we've performed, which I do think we have played poorly. Half-time whistle goes. As poorly as I think we've performed, and I do, to be quite clear, think we've performed quite poorly, and they've been very good. The fact that we're only one goal down, I'm okay with that. Are we in it? Yes. How much? I don't know. don't know. I don't know. Exactly as it says. We're still in it. Barely. Yeah. It is, Danny. You have the YouTube lag, and then you have the also just the watching it lag, which happens. It is what it is. Geo Mackie, good to see. Hope you're how are you feeling, by the way?
Yeah, I'm better, thank you. Yeah, I'm better. Improving.
Okay, good. We are in it. I just don't know how much we're actually in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good summary. Good summary of that. We're not out of it, but I don't know how out of it we're not. But it's a difficult one. We're not playing bad, but we're not playing well. I think both teams have got a couple of gears that can go up a little bit. You know, obviously, if there was 1-1 or 2-2 at half time, I'd be happy. I guess I'd be content with what I saw. But we're not. We are a goal down. I think we've probably got maybe half an hour, and then I think Conte will start tightening it up a little bit and making maybe defensive-minded substitutions and making it a bit more difficult for us. But the first 15, 20 minutes, I thought we were crap, Charlie. I thought we were really sloppy. I don't think it's down to fatigue. It's just down to individual players just not being good enough. But the second 20, 25 minutes, I think we've kind of a bit more of a threat defensively. They've tightened up a little bit, and I think it's been quite a good game, to be fair.
I think at times it's been really open and end to end. And that's been the more exciting moments, is when we've had the opportunity to sort of. There were a couple of moments where it was like they were having a chance, we were having a chance, they were having a chance, we were having a chance, and that was where I felt more confident. I think there's been a lot of Tottenham just sitting on top of us and us not knowing how to deal with that. I mean, even when we do have the ball, passing it around at the back, and it always feeling like we're one pass away from Tottenham, one of the Tottenham players nipping in, grabbing it, and flying through. It just doesn't feel like we're ready. I don't. It's like we don't seem prepared. It's almost like I was saying during the thing. The idea of trust. I know people like the idea of like, right, we make them play against us. We make them make decisions. We play our game and they do that and that. And I get that, and I agree with it to a large extent most of the time. But I feel like us changing to 5 at the back, maybe as a direct response to them, I'm totally okay with that. I'm good with that. If we think, look, they've got 5 at the back, this will give us a much better chance of winning. Yippee, let's go. Big plays, right? But it almost feels like we just don't know what to do. It's almost like it's almost like we haven't had the time to get ready for it. I don't know. It's just odd. We have the ball in defense, and all too often we're just passing it around, and their players are on top of us, and there's no one dropping deep to give them that option. There's no one finding the spaces to go, here's the option to get out of it. This is the thing we've trained for. This is how we know how to get out of that position. All too often it's coming down to us just passing it sort of aimlessly around, hoping for something to happen. And Tottenham's incredibly good front three being like, oh, we'll have that. Oh, we'll have that. Oh, now we've got Reguilon flying over. Now we've got Doherty flying forward. And all of a sudden we're back against the walls once again, sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think they're pressing us well, and they're quite ruthless when they win the ball in our half. The two, 3 passes and having a shot at our goal kind of thing. We need to eliminate that. We've got a bit of a risk now with Dawson on a yellow card and sort of man marking Harry Kane almost not very well either. Whenever Kane goes deep, Dawson's going with him, which is a very strange tactic, I think, given St. James's Park. I am going back a little bit now, but we're going back to St. James's Park when he got sent off for identical challenges because he couldn't handle the pace and directness of Newcastle. So Moyes has got a big decision to make here at half time, and then he's going to have big ones to make in the second half as well in regards to the formation, the personnel. Does he change one or the other, or does he change both? I would be surprised if he changes anything at half time, but I don't think you can leave it too long before you're going to have to do something. Because I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of doing something, I shall be back in a moment, so.
Right, let's see what you're all saying in the live chat. Suburban says, didn't we score from Masuaku pressuring Doherty? We did. I'm not Masuaku's biggest fan, and while we do the review, I will criticize him for the goal, but he did pressure Doherty to get the corner, which ended up to us scoring. Michael said we just overturned a 1-goal deficit against Sevilla. This Tottenham is serial bottle jobs. We did, Michael, but it took us 120 minutes to do that. We've got 45 here. So it's going to be a bit more difficult today. Chris says that Fornals will make a difference. I think Moyes will be itching to get him on, to be honest with you. And Phil says Moyes loves him because it allows West Ham to play the back 3 or 5. However, he's terrible, overrated player. I'm not sure. Not sure he's overrated. I think he's got to be. I think he's got to be rated highly in order to be overrated. And the Tower says that we need a back 4 ASAP, while Chippy is shouting that we've converted to a back 4 already, with Masuaku going further up. Well, I'm not sure we have. I mean, I would argue and say, well, almost like my distrust of Masuaku. I'm not sure if he has changed position or he's just out of position. I'm not sure. Mark wants to see Antonio get off the pitch and go to back 4. And Will saying that he wishes Antonio could control better. He's not having a good game, Antonio, is he? He's struggling a little bit today. KM says Moyes will not change. Why are we so timid and slow? Take Suchek off no ball. Fabianski for Ariola and bring Fornals on. Fabianski for Ariola? It's a wild one. I'm not sure about that one. The Tower says no, we're still defending with a back 5. Yeah, I still see as a back 5 personally. Richard says we'd like to see no ball drop into the defensive midfield to get the ball out of defence. We can sacrifice one of the forward midfielders. I'm not too sure about that. I think I'd be looking to make, if I was to make 2 subs, I would make 2 subs, by the way, if I was to do, I wouldn't do them yet, but I'd be looking at taking Masuaku and Dawson off and bringing on Diop, switching to back 4, and probably bringing on Fornals for Masuaku. Andy says Spurs will be afraid of bottling this. We can still take something. And Matt says we're playing a very high line against quick strikers. We are. It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? James thinks Antonio's a bit slow blowing out his arse. Get him off of Yarmolenko and bring Fornals on for Masuaku. Do we think Antonio's fallen over a lot for such a strong player in European mode and expecting cheap fouls? I think it's quite the opposite. I think you get less fouls in European football. He's just not having a very good game. I think Romero's got in his head early doors somehow. I think him and Romero's having a nice little battle, but unfortunately, I think the Tottenham defender is winning it. DHM says Zuma's getting nowhere near Son. He's off the pace today. He's struggling a little bit. I mean, the first goal, it's just pure unlucky. You know, Zuma's gone in there to block Son's shot, but Son ain't touched the ball, so it comes off his knee. Second one, he gets in the way of the shot, just not enough. But he is struggling a little bit with Son out there. Suburban says Spurs are already worried when we get a corner, while Alan says Moyes won't do anything just yet. And Fraser thinks we were crap in the first half. We're just about in this, relying on a big second half from our attacking players. And Danny says Antonio's been up front on his own without anyone around him. See, while I agree with that, there was that cross from Benrahma, and I thought it was just on the money when he sort of teed up. I assume it was Ben Davies. The cross was fantastic. Antonio was at the back post. He didn't even move. He just sort of stood and watched it. And it was a bit frustrating. You're not going to get loads of chances. So I'd like to see a bit more from him. Rob says, wish we sign players like Gallagher or Henry and a striker so we can mix things up from the bench. Still holding on to this. Moyes, pardon me. Moyes team shot ourselves in the foot. Leo thinks we need to be better defensively before giving us the David Moyes song. Sam thinks the booing's getting to Zuma. It is, I will be honest, it's the loudest booing I've heard from any fans in regards to Kurt Zuma. Every club's booed him since, but it's not as consistent or as noisy as what Tottenham have done. Lewis said the first 15 minutes are crucial. If we don't concede, we can still get something. The longer the game goes on, the more it suits us, and their fans will be nervous. Richard says, get Yarmo on up top, Antonio on the wing. Let's have a little look at what you're all saying. Frank's saying Antonio's losing the ball too much. Diamond says, get Yarmolenko from Masuaku. Let the fairy tale continue. Ironix says, patience. If we can hold Tottenham for 20 minutes, we can get something here. We're certainly not out of it, are we? Apologies. Eskimo says that players would be closer to Antonio if he didn't lose it in 0.3 seconds every single time. Will says Tottenham look good in attack but dodgy at the back. Right, let's have a little look at what you're saying. So I'm saying a draw would be fine from here on in. I agree with that. It was a bloody good goal from Ben Rama, wasn't it? Anticipated it well. Dawson gets something on it. It's a difficult one for Dawson, to be fair. He's sandwiched between Tottenham players, but he gets something on it, and it's fortunately diverts into path of Ben Rama. A nice little goal. 6th Premier League goal of the season. I agree with James here. Dawson on the yellow is a bit worrying, isn't it? I think Kane's, unfortunately for us, Kane's like mustard in the first half. Dropping deep, causing us problems. Don't really know what to do. Gary says that take Masuaku off, get Ben Ram on the left, and put Antonio on the right and Yarmolenko up front. A lot of love for Yarmolenko today, which is understandable. He's hero in the last couple of games now. He's become an option. We're looking at the bench now, and he's definitely a valid option to bring on. Him. When we see him lining up to come on now, we'll have a bit of faith he's going to come on and score a goal. And Leo's backing him to come on to score 2 to get us the win. Ace says that Tottenham's defence is terrible. Just got to put it on them more. They've been poor all season. Teapot would like to see a back 4 with Yarmolenko coming on from Masuaku. And Lewis says every time we get a corner, I expect us to have an attempt at goal. And Elbow says 2-1 West Ham, which I'm going to say, Elbow, you're not going to be right.
It's a bold prediction there, Gio. I'm not going to lie to you. You're putting yourself on the line by saying that's not happening. I'm not going to lie.
Super Sam says that Creswell's rubbish in the middle. He has been a bit crap today, I have to admit. Anyway,
he's just been a bit. Positioning's not vibing. I don't know what that means, but whatever that is, that's what I'm trying to do.
He's not been good. He hasn't been very good in the first half, Creswell.
What do we think? All right. Do we change formation? Was the formation okay?
I think the idea is right. I just don't think we're implementing the formation right, if that makes sense. I think our defensive line is way too high. You go to back 3, we move Zuma to the right to accommodate Son, which makes sense. But then you've got Dawson tracking Harry Kane running into the middle of the pitch. It doesn't work like that. I'd like to see Souček keep getting further forward up the pitch. That chance at the end there. I don't think it was a penalty, by the way. I think. Yeah, but what was promising is he was in the box. The ball come in. Try again and again. Eventually, he's going to get his head on one of them. I think. I just said before you were at the toilet, I would probably be taking Dawson and Masuaku off for Diop, just because Dawson's on the yellow card and switching to a back 4. And then probably bringing on Fanals for Masuaku and then keep the last sub, which is inevitably going to be Yarmolenko at some point.
Yeah, I think that's a fair shout. Final score prediction?
3-2 Tottenham.
Okay. And something before the game, I put a poll in the chat because I heard you talking about it in the build-up. Would you take a draw? 51% of people said no. Would you take a draw now?
100% now. Before the game, I would have been a no, but now 100% yes.
I'm putting the poll in the chat again, ladies and gentlemen. Please vote on it. I'm interested what your opinions are now. Gio, thank you very much for joining.
Cheers.
Enjoy the second half. I'll see you at full time. If you want to see more of Geo, Mackie, and of course Gonzo, they'll be back at full time for the review. I've put that poll in the chat, by the way. I'm interested to know your opinions now. Would you take a draw? We'll let it run for a couple of minutes. We'll see what the people are saying. Yes, last time it was as close as 51% to 49%. So I'd be interested to see how you will get on now with that one. Has it changed significantly? Is it different enough? Do we still think the win is there? Because like I said, I don't think we're out of it. I'm not necessarily how in it we are, but I don't think we're out of it. And at that point, interesting stuff. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we of course once more have the timer ready and willing. Able, so you know exactly how far behind I am, because I will be some far behind. Come on, Chris, that's what I'm loving. And maybe a couple of score predictions. Maybe some score predictions in chat. As far as I can see, there have been no changes. The teams are coming out onto the pitch right now, and we're not hearing any sort of not hearing any changes. So Yarmolenko's are going to be the winner to score 2. Love that, Leo. Get Yarmo on. West Ham win. No changes, says Mike. Mike's back in that. Mike's backing up. Some Ukrainian pain. Love that. Love that. West Ham coming out now. Not looking infused. I won't lie. Not looking super infused, the boys. A big second half performance necessary. A big second half performance necessary. Like I say, this is a big game. This is a big game. 2-2, 3-3, 2-3, Benny and Yama, second half. Love that. 2-2, 3-3. No change at halftime. Yeah, I don't think so either, Leah. I don't think so either. A Desmond 2-2, big 2-2. Love that. The kickoff now on my stream. Good, Danny. I'm glad. I'll be with you in about 8 minutes, maybe. We'll see. Spurs to kick off the second half here at the Tottenham Stadium. It is Tottenham Hotspur 2, West Ham United 1. 45 minutes to go. It's a big game, an important game in North London. Second half, it's kicked off. Come on, you Irons. Deploy the boys. All of that good stuff. It's a big second half, necessary, needed, because this is a big game. We can act like it isn't. We can act like we don't think it is, but let's be real about it. This is a big game. If we win this, we go 5th. If we lose, we go 7th. And if we draw, we stay 6th. Well, you have to see it. It's a big opportunity to really put our name forward here. And this is a great opportunity early doors for Son. Tries to charge in. Zuma with a good tackle. Good tackle in the end. He needed a lot from that. But yeah. Offside apparently as well. So that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, we can act like this isn't a big game. We've just beat Sevilla, all that other stuff. But this is. It's almost about a mile offside there. Kulusevski own goal, 90th minute goal from Yarmo, which VAR count as a goal for West Ham. 3-2 Spuds. Love that. 4-4. 3-2 West Ham. 2-4. Love big plays. What going on? No changes. Yeah, just no changes. Moyes thought no. So far, looking at the poll, so far, 3 minutes gone, 122 votes, 71% saying they would take a draw at this point. You would take a draw at this point. Intriguing. We'll see how that plays out. I'm going to leave it up for a little bit longer. Poor pass by Doherty. West Ham just trying to capitalise, but poor play by West Ham, instantaneously losing out on it once more. And Spurs can come forward. Kulusevski plays it out wide to Reguilon. Or Son, it's actually Son. He whips it into a good area. Kane was there trying to find a bit of space, but Dawson clears it out. Poof into touch for a corner. Remember, we do these every single match day, so make sure to come back and get involved. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of them, because I do this by myself, and so I need you. This is our watch along, so please come back in the future, subscribe, all that good stuff, and hit that like button. Whipped into the box of the corner, headed away by Masawaku. Ben Johnson with an awkward clearance. Antonio just hooking it with the back of his foot just to try and get it away. We've somehow got away with that one. I felt a bit awkward. But still. Make sure to like the video while you're there, ladies and gentlemen. We've flown past the 300. We're at 309. So we've hit that goal. Can we hit the 400? 400 feels like it's in reach for us today. It feels like it's in reach for us. There's 291 of us in here right now. If we all smack that like button right now, we would get the 400. And I feel like that's in play today. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can do it. We've hit the 300 target. Can we hit 4? Can we hit 4? Guess the player. West Ham, Swindon, Birmingham, Tottenham, Manchester United. Swindon, Birmingham. Swindon, Birmingham, Tottenham, West Ham. Swindon, Birmingham, Tottenham, West Ham. Sorry, Tottenham, Man United. He went from Tottenham to Man U. I don't know. That's a banger. It's got me all kinds of intrigued. As Harry Kane whips the ball in, it's fine. I didn't make those noises. I don't know what you're talking about. No, none of those noises were made. It's fine. It's fine. Right, now that Fabianski's gone down, we can worry about that after. West Ham, Swindon, Birmingham, Tottenham, Manchester United. Who went Tottenham to Manchester United? Unless I guess Swindon and Birmingham could be loan moves. If Swindon and Birmingham are loan moves, who did we loan out to Swindon and Birmingham? Well, because if it's West Ham, Tottenham, Man U, I was about to say, oof. Masuaku also just kicking Doherty in the face. Because if it was West Ham, Tottenham, Man U, Carrick, right? So did Carrick go on loan to Swindon and Birmingham is the answer. And I don't remember. I don't think so. But I might be wrong. Well, Fornal's having a combo with Moyes. Moyes not putting out any changes, but probably said to them, look, if this doesn't get better in the next 5 to 10 minutes, we're coming off. It's happening. I suspect we're very close to that moment. My guess would be Michael Carrick. I don't remember if he went on loan to Swindon or Birmingham. I don't remember if he went on loan at all. But my guess would be Michael Carrick, Jay, only because I don't know anyone else. What do you let me know? Let me know. Let me see. Has the chat got it? Let me scroll down actually. Eat something. Trust me there. Carrick, no idea. Did he go on loan to Swindon? That's the exact thought process I had. Yeah, Carrick. Was it Carrick? Are we getting confirmation on Carrick here? Was it Carrick? I'm stressing out here. Played out wide. Ben Rama can't quite find his way into the box. It's a good tackle, says the referee. And now Spurs come flying forward with Son, who blitzes past Declan Rice with relative ease into a good possession. He finds it. Kane. Good save. Fabianski. They maybe took a little bit too long with that one. Spurs flying forward. Ben Rama, he's claiming it was a foul. He looks like he might have gone down easy, but there definitely wasn't any touch on the ball, but he might have gone down easy. But Son flies past Rice, just waits for... to be fair to Son, it was well done. He waits until Zuma makes the move towards him. Don't know what's happened here. There was a replay happening, and all of a sudden we've come back, and Son is down. Ben Johnson's with him. There's a lot of people surrounding the ref. Ben Rama was down as well. Fabianski's having a big old shout and an argument with Højbjerg, I think. I don't know if the corner was even taking. Something's happened here. Something's happened. Scenes. Yes. I didn't know he went out on loan to Swindon and Birmingham. I never knew that. I didn't know he's left. Okay, that was maybe one of the most pathetic things I've seen in a while there. Okay, someone's going for, two people are going for the goalpost. So that's what's ever happened. One of maybe the most pathetic down things I've ever seen from Son there. I'm not going to lie to you. Kurt Zuma passed the ball towards, like sort of hits it towards Son. There was no real pace on it. I can't lie to you. There was no real pace on it. And Son goes down, and then something happened. I don't know who it was. I think it was Reguilon. Maybe went flying at Kurt Zuma to have a fight with him, essentially. Oh, Yarmolenko's coming on. And Fornals. Double sub. An early double sub. The quarterfinals of the Europa League have gone to Moyes' head. We're getting a double sub in the 54th minute, ladies and gentlemen. Scenes. I don't really know how to break down what just happened, apart from it all felt a bit pathetic. A huge reaction from Reguilon, but don't know. Antonio's dragging Cresswell towards the ref and saying, look, he's just been hit in the face. Cresswell is strongly against it. I don't know if Anthony Taylor's now calling Cresswell across. He's He's blown the whistle. He wants to speak. He's speaking to Rice. So in the melee, right? What's happened here? So in everything, what's happened here as a protesters apparently at the other end? What's happened here is Regulon went across, and then Cresswell comes across to try and stop him kicking off. And apparently, I didn't see it, but apparently he gets basically clipped around the ear in the build up to it. Declan Rice is sort of seeming quite sort of 50-50 with Anthony Taylor about it, but Antonio's fuming about this. He was dragging Cresswell towards towards Anthony Taylor to be like, look, he's just been hit here. He's been hit by the letter of the law. That's a red card. I don't know. So I'm not entirely certain. I think this is what's going on, Lewis. If I could rewind it, I would have a look, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But it's going to be a corner here for Spurs in the end. After all of after everything VAR has been checked, we're going to play on, whipped in, nodded away. It wasn't a bad cross, but Ben Rama does well to come in and collect that one just to stop. Oh, and then he drifts past the player. Well done by Ben Rama. Ball over the top's not a bad idea. He almost finds. Oh, he does find Antonio with a bit of strength. Just punts off Bentancur. Well done there. Fair play, Antonio and Ben Rama. They're both doing really well. Ben Rama does really well in the build up to there. Ben Johnson just goes flying down. This game's getting a bit bitty now. It's getting a bit bitty. Played into the box. Touch. Cresswell across. Antonio. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. Could have been 2-2. Doesn't happen. Masuaku puts the ball in. Lanzini can't quite get a touch. Cresswell maybe could have gone for a shot. Doesn't. Instead, he pulls it back across for Antonio. Does really well, to be fair. And Antonio, it just comes to him in a really awkward position. He has to try and volley it. He's sort of leaning back, and doesn't quite happen. But that's amazingly the last thing Antonio's going to do. He's off, and Yarmolenko is on in his place. Other change, Masuaku for Pablo Fornals. Right. Interesting. Have we gone to a 4? Have we stayed at a 5? Are we seeing Pablo Fornals left wing back? Is Yarmolenko going to just take up that role as the main striker? Will it change to a 4-2-3-1 with Fornals on the left-hand side? I would be disappointed if we took Ben Rama off the right, because I think he's having a good game. And I think, to be honest with you, I think the right-hand side might be the future for Ben Rama, potentially. But Fornals pulling it across, finds it to Ben Johnson. He's got Ben Rama just ahead of him out on the touchline on the right-hand side, trying to skip his way in. Can't quite find it. Being forced back onto his left, back onto his right. He does well there and puts in a decent ball, maybe a bit too close to Lloris there. Touch on it, one of those ones where a touch gets a goal, but difficult one to do. But he's making it difficult. Tottenham are trying to stop him, and they're not really able to right now. Ben Rama's having a good game. Again, I'd be interested to see what formation we end up playing with. It feels like a 4-2-3-1 now. Harry Kane's pass well cut out by Ben Johnson. It was awkward for him, but he does well there. He does well. Og saying he'd take a point. Let's have a look at what the poll's saying. The poll, I'm going to end it now. It's been 14 minutes. 228 votes. 66% say yes. 34% saying no. Interesting. It switched, but obviously not as much as I thought. It might have been a bit of a bigger gap than that. But 65% ending up saying yes. 229 votes. Intriguing. The game is getting a bit more bitty now. Here's another one. I always love these. Sporting Lisbon, Arsenal, Southampton, Fulham, West Ham, Sario, Orlando Pirates, Chesterfield. I believe that is the angriest man in the world, Luis Boa-Morte. Because we signed him from Fulham. He played for Arsenal when he was young. He came from Portugal. So that'd be Sporting. He's obviously Portuguese. No idea where he went after that. But if you told me that was his career path, I believe you. Is it Luis Boa-Morte? Did he play for Southampton? I'd be interested. Luis Boa-Morte, the angriest man in the world. Is it Luis Boa-Morte? Let me know. We're getting into. This is a good period for us. This is a good spell for us right now. We're getting possession in better areas. We're starting to find passes better. Oh, Yarmolenko just tries to flick it through for Ben Rama. Just can't quite find it. Can't quite find it. Come on. Never knew he played for Southampton. And I assumed that was his run after West Ham. Again, I don't remember where he left and went to. What a man. What an angry, angry man. He does take it backwards a bit too often for me, Ben Johnson. It's one of my more frustrating things about his game. We're definitely looking better, Ironix. Definitely looking better right now. Ironix. I always say Ironix. Is it Ironix? How do you pronounce it? I've been saying it probably wrong for like the past 2 years. Again, you were like an OG watch long person as well, and I apologize. I've been probably been biffing that one. I can't lie about it. This is better from us. Slightly more attacking players on the pitch, and all of a sudden, Bentancur does well there. To be fair, under pressure from 2 players, he manages to wriggle out in the only way he could, and Harry Kane looking for those searching balls, but Zuma just does well to cut that one out. We've been cutting out those balls a little bit better. One of them getting through is going to be catastrophic for us, but we are dealing with them a little bit better. Fornals out on the left-hand side, pulls it inwards, up against Doherty, lays it short to Yarmolenko really well. Yarmolenko's there. Can't quite get the angle, but the run was nice. The run was nice. I tell you what, we're knocking on the door again, ladies and gentlemen. We aren't quite finding that final thing. Oh, Fornals has passed to Ben. The run from Yarma, the pass, and then just a little touch from Romero pushes him off balance. It happens, but should have passed back. Yeah, probably. But we're getting there. We're asking questions now, which we haven't done before. Before we'd ask a question and then go, all right. And then sit back and just for 20 minutes and then go, oh, but what about this? Whereas now, hand being raised every couple of seconds. We're pushing them now. We're making it happen. We're making it count. And we're cutting out those Harry Kane passes. Again, the Harry Kane passes are what's scaring me a little bit. Like the idea of like, if one of those gets through, then oof, not good. But right now, we're cutting them out with relative efficacy. We'll see how that moves. We'll see how that moves going forward. I am a super scared boy. Super scared boy. Fornals out on the left-hand side, finds Lanzini. He has Declan Rice next to him. He was asking for it. Doesn't receive the ball under pressure from, I think, Romero. Cresswell with a nice ball on the inside instead to Lanzini. Oh, it's to Ben Rama, sorry, of course. Who wins a throw. Wins a throw. Short Jazz. I've just seen you post another one. Give me a sec. Fornals. Lanzini, nice to Ben Rama. Can't quite find him. Now Spurs looking to fly away. Finds Kane. Kulishevsky's far out on the right-hand side. He plays the full ball through instead to Reguilon in the area. Goes down. Ben Johnson collects the ball and plays it away. And Reguilon is flopping around like a fish. Very frustrated at that one. But it's happened. So, hang on, I've just seen this one as well. Mulch, it's Hugo. No, not even a moment of doubt. Jazz, I've seen yours, but I need to deep sit a little bit more. I said, Jazz, don't step to me. End of discussion. I know that weird career route anywhere. Or was it? No, Hartlepool. No, Tranmere Hartlepool. Probably wasn't actually. But Middlesbrough QPR. No, yeah, he went on loan from Preston to Tranmere and Hartlepool. That's what he did. Yeah, no, it's Hugo. Rice out wide to Zuma. Johnson on the right-hand side on the touchline, trying to find a bit of space. Finds it to Ben Rama, who looks for a 1-2, trying to create a little bit of space. Can't quite find it. Rice spreads it out now to Cresswell. Good opportunity. Fornals whips it into a good area. Like Yarmolenko's there, can't quite be found. Nodded away. Spurs are very deep right now. The thing is, they can counter-attack, and the ball to Kulusevski is good, but Declan Rice just comes back, battles with it, and gets it out against the Swede international. But then loses out on it to Harry Kane, and Dawson just comes and just clears it. Jay, I'm not gonna lie, I probably won't get your one. I'll have a deeps in a second, but I'll have a deeps in a second. There's a lot going on, and I need to sit and think. Let me have a look at it again. We say it out loud: Hull, Wigan, Man U, West Ham, Rangers, Derby, Odense BK, OFI Crete, Olympiacos, Notts County, Linfield, Mindwell FC, Dunnigan Swifts. Here's a shout. I might be wrong, Jay. Roy Carroll. Is it Roy Carroll? That's my first guess. Is it Roy Carroll? I'm not sure. I'm not. For some reason, my head's saying Roy Carroll ended up in Northern Ireland. He played for Manchester United before us or after us. He played for Manchester United. I'm sure I saw him. What was the other team that kicks off? What was the other team in that head that kicks me off? I think he played for Derby after us. And for some reason, I don't know about the rest of them, but Linfield, Mindwell, they sound like Irish teams. Roy Carroll. That's my guess. Oh, he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. When I was reading it, I couldn't get there, but reading it out loud was the bit that kicked off in my head. Anyway, Spurs coming forward. I'm surprised I got that. I can't lie to you. Doherty trying to find a bit of space going forward. So it's Kulishevsky and Højbjerg. Son. Again, Tottenham, they've got all the possession right now, but they're passing it around in and outside the area. That's a good ball in. So what's the back post? It's a goal kick. Reguilon, as per usual, having a large moan. A very large moan. When are we going to get a Drunken Charlie victory video a la Geo Gonzo from London Stadium? At very least, we need a live cut from the next Open. Well, I did say, Wes, so I did say to Geo the day before, I was like, hey, if you want to record anything on your phone, just send it to me. I'll put it live on the stream. Because I can do that. But yeah, you're not ever going to get one from me because I don't drink. But maybe during the next Europa League matches when they're there, maybe we'll get, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's good. Richard coming through with Spurs stands for stupid poo. Ugly, really bad, stinky. That's it, Richard. We got him. I love that. It's very Adam Buxton. Is it Carlton Cole? Is it Carlton Cole? That's the only. But I was trying to think who left West Ham, then came back to West Ham with no one in between. Was it Carlton Cole? That's the only person I could think of. But then again, it doesn't have the Celtic and everyone else around it. Chelsea, Aston Villa, Yarmolenko and Souček working together relatively well there. Yarmo goes down, but it's not a foul. It's a good tackle by Romero, to be fair. It's a good tackle to be Romero, to be fair. North Idaho TV company just struggling a little bit. It's fine. We fixed it. Kulishevsky just outside the area, trying to find his way in, looking for Reguilon on the run through. Can't quite find it. The change to four at the back has worked for us. We've looked better going forward, and to some extent, we've looked better defensively as well. I can't lie; it's definitely worked for us here. Lanzini to Rice, out to Ben Johnson, forward to Yarmolenko, who's dropped deep in a Harry Kane-esque way. Growing confidence. I'm a little bit more confident now. I can't lie to you than I was before. You know, for end of that first half, I was like, "We're in this," but I just, we need something. And the Fornals Yarmolenko's formation double change switch up, a rarity from David Moyes. Switch up that early, switch up that significantly. It's definitely worked for us. Fornals nicely spread out wide to Ben Johnson. Can't quite get on the end of it. Short to Declan Rice. Rice, Lanzini. He has Cresswell on the overlap. He's in a lot of space. As he receives it, it's a bit slow to pass. He gets crowded out, but Fornal's trying a little bit of something. Unfortunately, loses out to Christian Romero in the end. And then instantly goes straight back in for the fight. And forces Romero into an awkward pass, but Tottenham pass it away very, very well. Romero does very well. Love that from Fornals, just getting involved, just straight in there. Like, come on in. I'm here for it. Yarmolenko, 92nd minute. I would take it. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. Don't know why I've said it like that in that specific moment in time. Smash it. Why not? Unearned like spike. Let's go. Whoosh. We're at 329. I appreciate it. We hit the 300 goal. Big plays. I appreciate him. I don't know why that came to my head at that exact moment. It did. It's just the sugar rush from my cup of tea. Rice trying to find his way forward, can't quite make it. Zayn just looks at the table and it's literally win the Europa or go to Champions League or potentially finish 7th in the Conference League. And it's all hanging in the balance. Very much so. Kulusevski hits it strongly and well, but high and wide. It is very close, Zayn. It hangs in the balance is the right way of wording it. It is crazy right now. If we go and look at the live table now, you can see Tottenham have made their way up to 5th with this win on 51 points. We were tied on points with them, but if we won that, we would be in that position and they would go down to 7th. We drop down to 7th because, Tottenham are below us right now because of goal difference. It is a very close run thing right now, which is why this game is quite big. Again, we can act like it's not. We can banter it off because it is Spurs and, we've just done the Europa League stuff and all that stuff, but this is a legitimate big game for both teams. And Spurs right now coming out the better of it, but this second half, there's been a lot of positive signs. It's just not quite there. Our passing has been frustrating to watch. Rice passing me a bit sloppy today. It's not quite as perfect as we have yet. But as the last 5 minutes has gone by, Tottenham just slowly growing back into the game, slowly starting to take control of the game again. Not quite. We'll get there though. PSG, Lens, Bastia, Villarreal, Real Madrid, Fulham, West Ham. Areola? He came through PSG's academy. So it would be PSG first, wouldn't it? And then he probably went out on loan to random French clubs. And then Villarreal sounds familiar to me. And then Real Madrid, Fulham, West Ham. Areola, right? Right? Am I going mad? We. Yes. Come on, get in. James coming in strongly with this one. Rice keeps passing to players who are surrounded. Yeah, I mean, it's that there's a multitude of issues within it. It's poor decisions and it's lack of options. You know what I mean? It's part of both. So it's similar to what I was saying with the goal with the Cresswell Masuaku thing. It's like Masuaku lost the ball, but Cresswell probably shouldn't have played it to him. But Cresswell also didn't really have many options. He could have then gone back across goal towards Dawson, but obviously as a defender, you don't want to start passing it across your box when there's players near you. And so you try to play it out. The ultimate option there was just to punt it. And that's the kind of way Spurs have been playing quite well. And I think it's a similar thing here again, where it's that's kind of happening. Yarmolenko just trying to searching ball, looking for Yarmolenko from Fornals, couldn't quite find him. And that sort of 10-minute burst of activity and control and possession and chance that we sort of had, no real chances created from it, carved from it was the issue, but that sort of disappeared now after the pass from after the substitution with Yarmolenko and Fornals. It's not quite happened here. And now again, we're trying to find a way in. Yarmolenko, who's found himself very wide out on the right-hand side, just finding that space. Tries to whip it across to Lanzini in a big crossfield pass. It doesn't get completed. And now Spurs can come with a counter-attack. And they've got practically as many people. If anything, they outnumber West Ham right now. Play towards the box. Kulishevsky just on the outside of the area. Quite centrally. Goes for a hit with his right foot. Blocked from Dawson. And Son went down under the challenge of Anthony Taylor. Not sure what happened there, but still, that's what happened. Nice switch to Manuel Lanzini there from a side Benrahma, I think. Romero forces it. Fornals goes to the ground to tackle the ball, gets it away just about. Awkward. Who else is on the bench do you think will make another sub? We will, but not till super late. This is the bench. Ariola, Fredericks, Diop, Noble, Kraut, Vlasic, and Perkins. I don't suspect... Well, we might not see another sub, and if we do, it won't be till super late. Maybe Noble coming on, something like that. Not sure. Dawson now to Kurt Zuma, just passing it around at the back. West Ham here quite lackadaisically. Zuma looking for a crossfield pass and just not happening. He's not been good today. Kurt Zuma, he's had a poor game. There you go. James says the same thing. Zuma's been dreadful today. Terrible pass. It's just not happening for him today. Worst game of the season, Ammo. Yeah. This is poor passing by any standards. Yeah. Being our managed match for last couple of games. Entirely. Look, it's a good opportunity. Reguilon, saved by Fabianski. His shot at the end of it, Reguilon wasn't very good. He's been getting increasingly good positions here, Reguilon. Yeah, look, that's not to diss Kurt Zuma as a footballer. It's just today he's not been very good at all. Like you say, he's been one of the best players on the pitch consistently since practically since he joined. But last 5-6 games, he's been absolutely brilliant. But today he's just not happened from today for whatever reason. Don't know. Rice inwards to Fornals. Souček. Fornals is there. Cresswell's there. Finds Cresswell. Souček trying to make just a little bit of space going forward. Finds Yarmolenko. Try to just flick it through for Cresswell or off Souček. And just can't quite find that pass. It would have been good. Good pressing from Cresswell. Just forces Lloris to just punt it long, and it's a West Ham throw on the right hand side on the halfway line. Good work from Cresswell there. Rice spreads it out wide to Zuma, short to Johnson. Maybe just playing away at Tottenham. The reaction he's getting, maybe that's getting to him. Not sure. Starting to show signs of sprouts of opportunities here, West Ham. Cresswell finds the ball. Plays it across to Dawson. Tries to switch it up. Bit quicker would be nice. Finds Lanzini, who then tries to instantly come centrally. Souček's pass can't find Benrahma. Rice picks up the ball in the centre circle. Fornals. For Yarmo. Can't find him. Bit better, but not quite there. Another counter-attack from Spurs, always dangerous. Son on the ball. Tries to take it through the gears, can't quite do it. The ball couldn't get away. And Yarmolenko, by the way, who's come all the way back to defence to cover that. Good defensive work from a guy who very rarely gets claimed to have any defensive work rate whatsoever. Doing well there. Kulishevsky back in. "12 minutes to go. 2-1. I don't know. I'm starting to think that's probably going to be the. Starting to feel that's probably going to be the final score here. Spurs don't look like they're very. They don't look dangerous right now. They keep creating sort of vague opportunities here and there. Kulishevsky here trying to work his way into the box. He has done. He's forced back out wide to Højbjerg. Davis, Reguilon, back to Davis, back to Højbjerg. They're just trying to find their way forward. His Spurs on the left-hand side. Plays it in. Kulishevsky. He has Doherty out wide. He finds him. He's Romero in support, but they're just passing it around here, Spurs, with no real no real incisiveness. They're just sort of passing it about, keeping control of the ball. The ball over the top to Harry Kane is brilliant. Kane can't even come close. He was onside. He does really well there, Harry Kane, but the finish was no. The finish was no. Kulishevsky finds the ball into Højbjerg, who plays it through to Kane. Højbjerg's nice little dink there through to Harry Kane's really nice, and Harry Kane does stay onside, but he tries to go for a spectacular finish, and it does not work out for him. Does not work out for him whatsoever. I don't know. It's just starting to feel like it's starting to feel more and more like this is going to be the end result. West Ham dropping down to 7th. If, of course, this remains the way it is. Spurs with a game in hand. It starts to feel like 7th place is what we're battling for at that point. We've got some room on Wolves, but not enough to be comfortable. Doherty finds Son. Son has Reguilon out wide. He finds him. Kane's in the centre. Son. He's got Son as a short option. He whips it in with his weak foot. Looking for Kane, can't quite find it. Chance hit off the man. And again, no. Bentancur from the outside of the box, just striking it with his left foot, trying to drive it into that bottom corner. Can't quite find a space. Again, it feels like Tottenham are just lining up, waiting for the chances to fall to them now. A point right now feels like golden. A point right now feels golden. And it doesn't seem completely out of the question. It just seems very unlikely. It seems very unlikely at this point. Not out of the question, just unlikely. But close. Throw caution to the wind. Maybe. Just lob it out. Just lob it. See what happens. I mean, the problem is, like, you're looking at subs and Vlasic maybe. Vlasic for Lanzini. I don't know. 80 minutes plus Yarmo time. Love that. Just get him in. Come on. Here we go. It's happening. I'll let them off because Thursday. That's my opinion as well. It happens. It sucks. It's a bad news for the league in a lot of ways, but we were through to the quarterfinals, so 50-50. It spins and roundabouts, but yeah, I don't disagree. Zoom with the Dawson with a little bit of control. It's just not happening today. It's just not happening for West Ham, unfortunately. There was a moment where I felt like it could happen. There's a good nip in from Fornals, and then Romero just comes back and does really well. He nipped on Benrahma's heels originally, and Benrahma sort of managed to shake it off, but he's got the pace to just get back and cancel that one out. He does well. And now Harry Kane picks up in a good position. He has Son on the run. He's looking for him. Fabianski comes out and deals with that one, surprisingly. Lanzini can't quite get the touch, and he goes out for a throw into Tottenham on the halfway line on their right-hand side. But yeah, good opportunity. Good opportunity. And it is Lanzini for Vlasic is the sub. That's going to happen. Probably the right call. Hello, Alan. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope your weekend's gone well, bro. Yeah. Probably the right decision. Probably one of the few decisions you could make substitute-wise, but we'll see. It's going to take something special from Vlasic to really change this up. I would want him to play centrally, but right now it looks like surprisingly he's taking up the position out wide. It looks like Moyes has put Vlasic out wide on the right hand side, and Ben Rama's taking up the central position. I would quite like to see Vlasic really getting in and around the box. That's the goal for me here. If you really want to shove him out on the right hand side for defensive purposes, fine, do it. I disagree with you strongly, but fine, do it. But I really want to see an attacking sense when we have possession of the ball, him getting in and around Yarmolenko in that box. I want him making it and causing problems. I can deal with and can understand Ben Rama playing the central role, being the guy who has a bit of space in that position. That's where he's at his best. I'm fine with that. But let's get Vlasic in there. Let's make some issues, right? Fornals with the ball out on this left-hand side. West Ham playing it around. Sorry, on the left-hand side. Playing it around, Cresswell pings it across to Zuma, back out wide to Johnson. Vlasic gives him the option, finds a bit of space, and then it's a corner. It's a corner against Son, who's very unhappy about it, and it's won by Nikola Vlasic. He drifts out onto the right-hand side as Ben Johnson picks up the ball, gives him an option with the underlap, flies through in a little entanglement between Son and Vlasic, and it's going to be a corner. Aaron Cresswell's going to take it. There was someone else standing over it. I think it was Fornals maybe, but they're now going to change it. It's Cresswell to take. Can we get a goal from a second corner? It would be lovely. Whips in from Cresswell into a decent area. Dawson can't get his head on it. Ben Rama picks it up on the far side, just picks it back towards the back post. Can't quite get on the end of it. Then bounce back in towards the goal. Lloris claims it. There was a moment there where it looked like he might not be able to. He gets a hand to it just to knock it away from the head of whoever it was underneath it. I'm not sure. I think it was Declan Rice maybe. And then just pounces on it. He does well, but dinked back in by Ben Rama originally, nodded back, and then nodded back across by Zuma and Yarmolenko, who are underneath him. Lloris does well there. He does well there, but my God. Close. Bentancur down with a cramp. Sorry, not stitch, cramp. Emerson Royale about to come on, probably for Doherty, you would suspect. Reguilon is the one coming off, and Emerson Royale is coming on in his place. I wonder what side Royale will take up. Will it be the left-hand side? Will it be the right? Who knows? We'll see. Frustrating second half. It's just not quite. There was a moment. There was a flicker, a 10-minute period where it felt like we really did have something. The change in formation, the change in personnel, it worked. And just slowly but surely, Spurs have closed it down. They've done it really well. Let's be real, they've played really well today. They deserve the win. They've been far the better team for almost all of the game. Long ball forward. Kane nods it on to Son. This is an amazing opportunity. Son, 1-on-1, seals it. 3-1, done, over. As easy as you like, as route one as you like, punted forward by Lloris, who holds onto the ball into the path of Harry Kane, who nods it on to Son, who's in behind 1-on-1 with acres of time and space, able to pick out his opportunity. There are very few people I would back in that situation as much as I would back Son. Son gets his second. Spurs 3, West Ham 1. Just a huge, big route one punt from Lloris. And, offside maybe? Yeah, there's a hint of offside. I don't think it will be. There's a suggestion of offside, a whiff of offside. VAR will make sure on that, but there are very few players in the league I back in those sort of situations as much as I back Son. And it's in. Son scores. Tottenham 3, West Ham United 1. And yeah, the game's over. Game's over. I know, Glenn. I know. It's not gone well, mate. It's not gone well. Well, what can you do? Games like that happen, you know. They happen. It's been Tottenham have been a better side. To be honest with you, we don't deserve a draw. We don't deserve a win. Tottenham have been significantly better team. We had that fun 10-minute period where it felt like we had a bit of a vibe going on, and then it was very quickly snuffed back out again by Spurs, who have been much the better team, managed well. Game management's been on point. It's done. It's over. Shame, but it is what it is. Probably, you'd argue, probably the international break kind of the right time for us at this point. We get to have a rest, get to step away from everything. It feels like the right time. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Couple of weeks off, come back fit and firing. 5 minutes of stoppage time to play, and we can take it on. The chase for top 6 continues, and as does our journey in Europe, of course. But for the next 2 weeks at least, we're going to have to deal with the fact that we've lost to Spurs 3-1 here, and it happens. It happens. They're also going to make a double sub. You've got Lucas and someone else coming on. Right, we're at the stage. Screw it. If there's someone you think deserves it, let me know. Hammer's chat man of the match. Whoever gets the most amount of votes, will be the winner. Ben Rama for me. I think from a West Ham perspective, I think it would be Saeed Ben Rama. I think he's been decent. I think he's played well. I've not really had many problems with the way he's played, to be honest. I think there's been in a game where a lot of people who usually are pretty reliable, like Kurt Zuma and that, have been absolutely all over the shop. I thought he's been pretty good. So I'd go with Ben. Out of everyone for West Ham, I would say Ben Rama. Ben Rama, you know. Happens. Let me know. If you do have anyone, if not, it's fine. It's fine. We move. Good performance from Spurs today. While you're here, by the way, everyone, like the video. If you haven't already, subscribe. We got to 338 on the likes. Big plays. Love that on a difficult day. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because we will, of course, be live every single match day on this channel doing our watch along. Coming and getting involved is what's necessary. So thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. Got lots more to come. It's international break, so we've got lots of random videos coming your way. Not sure what any of them are yet, but they're happening. So make sure to come and get involved in those in the upcoming weeks while there's no Premier League matches on, and then we'll be back, of course, in 2 weeks when it happens. And we'll be back. Ben Rama has been the best player for us. Yeah, I would agree. Benny's done well. Yeah, the only two so far. Let's have a look at some of our opinions. Playing Zuma on the right was a disaster last time he played there. No player deserves a shoe, and we were just ineffective. Fabianski's distribution, though. This is what you get when you have a stubborn manager who doesn't spend. West Ham are massive. Love that, Ashley. Lee, thanks, Charlie. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Enjoy your international break. We can pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, go again. Exactly. We can't expect too much out of today's game after 120 minutes to play on Thursday. That being said, there was a big chance to grab points today. Stay positive. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Lucas whips it in, controlled easily by Zuma, just hoofed away, but a poor clearance. Topic of poor performance from Kurt Zuma. I'm glad I don't have to do player ratings or reviews today because I can't be asked. We need an attacker of pace, ideally. We looked knackered throughout the team, but hey, there'll be more ups and downs. The season is over. Let's hope Spurs do a Spurs and Man United continue to implode. We're not out of it yet. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we're not out of it yet. This was a huge opportunity, but obviously it's not over. It's not over until was going to make a ill-advised joke about corruption there. It's not over until 38 games have been played. Let's just go with that. Blathers, my boy. Hello. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Kane does well, dropping deep there, pings it over the top. He's looking for Bergwijn. Can't find him. Lucas finds him second time now. Kurt Zuma up against him. Oof, Kane. Almost there. Not quite. 10 seconds left. Remember to stick around, ladies and gentlemen, because there will be a live review almost straight after that. Congratulations to Saeed Benrahma on winning the Hams Chat Man of the match. It's been a difficult game to talk about in that sort of sense. It's been a difficult game to bring that positive vibe for. And of course, when you a lot of people are playing bad, pick a man of the matches. Best of a bad bunch. But I do think Benrahma's played well. And chat, he was the person who got the most votes in the chat. So fair play to Benrahma for the Hams Chat Man of the match. Thank you all for joining. There is the full-time whistle. Thank you all for joining me in what has been a turgid game for West Ham most of the time. Special thanks, of course, to Jimmy Jones, Val M, and Sharky for the donos. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. The full-time fund is very appreciative. And thank you all for watching. It's been a good game to watch with you all, even if the match itself has been poor. Smash that blooming like button. Smash it, bruv. Thank you all for coming. I genuinely appreciate it. We'll be back, like I say, after the international break. We've got 2 weeks now where you'll have some random videos, no matches. Then we'll be back. I can't remember who the first game back is. And then, of course, getting ready for the Lyon match. And not out of the race yet. It feels like a massively disappointing one, but certainly not out of it yet. That's the way we'll word it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to like the video, hit the bell notification, and enjoy the match review happening on the channel in just a minute. Thank you very much. Come on, you irons, and we'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the international break. Bye.